So I guess the Bucks are probably going to lose to the Ravens tonight in Thursday night football. Is that the general consensus, guys?
Why do you say that?
Because I believe that's what the line is. I believe that's what the expectation. What do you mean? Why do I say that?
Any given Thursday, bro. Any given Thursday.
Festa, you kind of keep track of all that crap, don't you?
You know, the Bucks have really stunk the joint up for a couple of weeks now.
Yep.
I think the Ravens might just lay the wood to them. I mean, really
just pound them?
Beat the hell out of them.
Oh, my God.
I hope not, but come on, guys.
Oh, my God. And again, it all goes back to the Brady Bunchen.
Here's the story of a man named Brady who was busy playing football with his team. He was old at 45 with lots of it seems.
45 years old, man. There's a lot of shit going on.
Here's the story of a lovely lady who is busy with kids and a big home. And when he unretired, she was all alone. Till the one day when the lady told this fellow that she sat down with her lawyers at a luncheon.
Love it.
And he knew that he was now in trouble. That's the way that they became the Brady Bunchen. The Brady Bunchen. The Brady Bunchen. That's the way they became the Brady Bunchen.
Oh, man. So, Fester, you think that the Buccaneers are going to have, what do you say, the wood laid to them? What is that? Does that mean like a paddling? Is they going to get the bat? They're going to get the switch? What are you saying over there?
I mean, if they're not careful, they might really get embarrassed in front of their home crowd on national TV.
That's right. So it's a home game Thursday night, and It's, let's see. Bucks are now, what, are they 3-4? Is that what the Bucks record is? And I don't even know what the Ravens are. But anyway, Thursday night football tonight at Ray J, home game. And unfortunately, Fester says the Wood. All right, welcome, folks. MJ Morning Show here on a Thursday. This is not Thursday night football. This is Thursday morning football, right here on the MJ Morning Show. Oh my God! Did you see that Kanye West went to the Skechers headquarters?
I just said that yesterday as a joke. I go, maybe Skechers will sign Yeezys. It's a joke. And he shows up that day.
What the hell? And I saw like a statement that was put out by the Skechers that Skechers executives had to escort him out of the building?
What was the Skechers story we were doing yesterday?
So yesterday, ironically, we were talking about the Skechers store in the Villages.
I was just being a wise ass.
I know, yeah, right.
I'm being a total wise ass on yesterday's program, and I'm like, oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, we've got breaking news. You know, I'm playing this obnoxious, Fox News breaking news effect. Oh, breaking news! Holy moly! Breaking news! The Skechers store in the Villages is being renovated.
Where's my Skechers?
I tell you, Skechers and old people,
And remember,
they love them.
On the air yesterday, I'm making a joke out of this because this is like a top story in the Villages news, which I like to go through the Villages news because you generally have some great, drunk golf cart driving story, flipped it over, all kinds of crap. I got a couple of crazy Villages story later today. So I see there's this big headline that the Skechers store in the Village is being remodeled. I'm like, oh my God, that's breaking news in the Villages about the Skechers store. And I'm just having fun with the damn thing. And then hours later, we find out that Kanye West, after he got dropped by Adidas for the whole anti-Semitic rant and his meltdown, listen to this. Skechers executives escort Kanye West out of the building, according to the company. They put out a statement.
What, they don't want an extra or $1.5 billion a year?
Not with that guy.
Athletic shoe company Skechers said in a statement Wednesday that two of its executives escorted Kanye West from one of its Los Angeles buildings. How many buildings does Skechers have in Los Angeles? The company said that West, who has legally changed his name to Ye, arrived unannounced and without invitation. It said that he was engaged in unauthorized filming and was escorted out after a brief conversation. Skechers is not considering and has no intention of working with West, the company said in a statement. They're saying, get your anti-Semitic ass out of our building. They're probably saying, we don't want, any kind of a buzz that Skechers is considering working with Kanye, and then have some kind of, big negative, boycott of, Skechers. Yeah.
He's too sketchy for Skechers, man.
When you're too sketchy for the shoe named Sketch, that's something.
Oh my
That's sus.
God! But then he had a camera crew with him. What was he trying to do?
So that's the thing. They walk around with camera crews that document their entire lives. They document everything to somehow put out some kind of content. If you're the Skechers executive, you get the call from the receptionist downstairs.
Wait a sec. Apparently, he was wearing a Skechers Lives Matter T-shirt.
Oh well.
No, I'm kidding. But remember, he did wear that White Lives Matter T-shirt, and that stirred things up. And
yeah, and Adidas just sat back and laughed.
When I was a kid, I had a pair of shoes. They were sneakers. They were called Rydell's. Are they still around?
Well, Rydell's, don't they make football equipment?
Maybe they were football shoes, but they were
no. I think
terrible.
it's Riddell.
Is it Riddell?
I think it's Rydell, like the high school in Greece.
That's what I'm thinking. Rydell.
I don't think it's Rydell. I think it's Rydell High School.
My shoes, Sandy.
You know what? The Skechers executives, they're probably having nightmares of changing out the name in this.
The thing about it, me and Adidas, is
The thing about me and Skechers is...
there's one executive that's like, guys, he brings in a lot of money.
You're fine.
The thing about it, me and Adidas,
Skechers.
is I could literally say anti-Semitic and they can't drop me.
Yeah, Skechers can't drop me.
I could say anti-Semitic things and Adidas can't drop me.
Skechers can't drop me.
Now what?
Now what?
How about Airwalk? That'd be a sweet team up.
Remember Pony?
Pony?
Pony
that's
shoes?
right, Pony.
Those are tight.
I had a pair of those Pony turf shoes, like little grippers on it.
Yeah.
It just, didn't make me any faster.
Hey, we'll get back into Kanye West later on during the show. What a mess. He shows up at Skechers headquarters. What does he think, that Skechers is going to fall all over him?
I would actually love to see that video if he has it documented of them being like, "Can you please leave, sir?"
Get the hell out of here. Did they call him Mr. West? Did they call him Mr. Yay? What the hell did they call him? All right, just getting rolling, folks. Back in a second. 6:08. Oh, Powerball. You saw what happened? No winner in Powerball last night, so jackpot jams on up. All right, back in a second. Just getting rolling. MJ Morning Show here on a Thursday on Q105. Pat with the... Holy
didn't have 'em on
crap.
yet.
Just like,
What
dude, your
happens is-
first day on the radio job over there? I mean, big old feedback.
If you want to know the truth,
It's Bush League Fester, man.
No,
it's first
Bush
day,
League, man.
first day Fester.
now my stomach hits the
Jeez,
headphone volume, and when I
man.
lifted up my headphones, my gut rolled the volume button, and it just squeaked out.
Are you serious? Your stomach is turning the volume knob for the headphones?
Well, it's not like there's a lot of room here, okay? There's a countertop, and then right below the countertop that we sit on or sit next to is the knob for volume, and I kind of reach for my headphones, and my gut just kind of pushed the knob.
I mean, people are listening to Sheryl Crow, and all of a sudden, just big giant, big giant.
God, well, that was way worse.
Big giant feedback. Well, that was a demo.
You're welcome.
I took my headphones off and jammed them right on the mic.
Blow out my eardrums.
If you're watching MJTV, then you just saw that. MJTV, folks, you can watch the show every morning. Remember, just go to mjmorningshow.com and click on MJTV, and you can watch us live from 6 to 10 a.m., or you can, on demand later on, watch the show at your leisure in the afternoon, at night. Hey, nothing on TV? Hey, kids, let's watch MJTV from earlier this morning. You know what? I need to also launch the brand new MJ Morning Show awareness campaign.
Oh, okay.
Which I'll explain. Remind me to talk about that. Hey, Roxanne joins us. Hey, I saw your text a little while ago that you were going to be late, and yes, you are, because it's now 23 minutes that we're into the show.
Yes, it is.
And Roxanne has just arrived. Ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome.
a round of applause for
I made it.
Yeah.
Queen Roxanne. Hello, Your Grace. Welcome, Your Grace.
Hello, Your Highness.
I'm happy to grace
No,
you
no,
with
no,
my
no, no,
presence today.
not Your Highness. I'm doing a whole Game of Thrones thing. It's a whole House of the Dragon. It's Your Grace. Hello, Your Grace.
I think I'm Cersei today. Yeah, I had a little problem this morning.
Rhaenyra.
I don't know that one. Who's that?
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I had a big problem this morning. Big problem.
Not as big as the problem on I-75. Hey,
No.
Fester, did you say that you saw all kinds of emergency vehicles? You got on the Bears or Beers,
Yeah,
whatever.
the Bears exit is where I pick up the interstate.
But hold on, you just said Bears, but you correct me saying it's Beers.
I'm just telling you the correct way is Beers.
But
I'm also
everyone-
telling you,
but everyone
I don't give
says
a-
Bears.
Yeah, I don't give a crap. I'm telling you two things can be true. One, it's Beers. Two, I don't care. Bears Avenue is where I get on. It's what everybody calls it. Bears Avenue.
Bears
the
is-
last interstate going north on 275.
Yeah, before you get to that stretch of no man's land
Right.
where you've got that whole stretch on 275 before you get. You know what else is a problem? Why the hell did they not put an exit to go 75 south?
That's a good question.
You can only go 75 north. I guess you can get off, up in like Wesley Chapel and make a U-turn. But why wouldn't they have designed that?
Because nobody lives there. You take the interstate 275 south and pick up. And when they did it, there was all that was.
It was like all just cow
Wooded.
pasture or woods or everything. Yeah, you're right.
All right,
All right, so
so-
you're coming south on 275 to head toward the Howard Franklin Bridge to come to the Q105 studios.
Right.
And as you're getting on southbound, you're saying you saw all kinds of emergency vehicles heading northbound?
So by all kinds, I mean like 3 or 4 emergency vehicles, lights blazing,
Right.
going northbound. And I knew from the Bears exit south, there was nothing for them to go toward.
So they must have been headed to whatever this mess is on I-75. And again, we don't have a full picture. We don't know exactly what's going on. Do we yet, Andrew? Is Pat getting any information on what this accident entails?
I have not heard specifics.
So-
Can you run down and just ask Pat if there's any update on what is involved? So, again, if you are headed on I-75 southbound, it is like closed from 56 to the 275 peel away to head 275 south off of I-75. So there's some kind of major wreck. And Fester, who made the point? Was that you, Froggy? Or someone said, man, it's like every day there's some kind of accident on 75. What is going on?
Yeah.
Yesterday, there was the semi-truck that completely blocked Interstate 4.
That was on 4 out in Polk County.
Yeah. but every day, it seems somewhere in the greater Tampa Bay interstate system, there's a really awful accident. And this one is, I guess the location of the accident is near where the Tampa Premium Outlets are.
One of the accidents, anyway.
Hold on, wait a minute. There are
whoa.
multiple accidents?
50. There's one at 54 as well.
What the hell is... Why can't people just drive? Leave space between the giant chunks of metal with wheels and just
that the point?
Just drive.
Wow.
But things happen, MJ. I mean, no matter how safe you are.
But things are just happening too often, and clearly there is a safety factor, and people are not paying attention, or they're falling asleep, or they're reckless.
Well,
or
let me tell you, 15 minutes later on our commute, because I left 15 minutes late today, it is packed out there. It's already like a ton of traffic.
All right.
So I think that, there's just so many cars on the road and people are still driving fast.
But again, 6 o'clock, things change dramatically. So normally if you're on the road at, 5:25, there's a big difference between 5:25 and 5:30 and then 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm of the belief that traffic changes every half an hour. Like 5:30, traffic is much different than it was at 5:20.
Oh, that's a good belief.
And then
Well, that's only 10 minutes. You
but
said every
in
half
that
an hour.
Half an hour chunk.
Oh,
there's chunks.
This is getting really
Yeah, all right.
confusing.
Anyway, I don't care. If you're coming southbound on 75 toward the 275 split, get off at 56 if you can. We have a coworker who's caught up in this. He hasn't moved, MJ, in like 45 minutes.
Yeah, there's a producer that works for another morning show in the building, and he's stuck in this mess, and he hasn't moved it. Well, no, he hadn't moved in 45 minutes. That was 10 minutes ago.
Okay, so it's 55 minutes.
There we go. Now there we go. Fef's just doing math now. All right, so Roxanne, why are you running late?
Okay, so it all started yesterday. Well, let me just start this by saying we had real job where we had like a boardroom and we had a meeting and I had to come in and
We had
present.
a real job.
Oh, we have meetings around here.
Yeah.
We have a boardroom.
We have
I think.
meetings. We have
Yeah.
a big
No,
room.
I'm
Got
just
a
talking
meeting
about-
at 10 o'clock today,
Yeah,
as a
we
matter
have
of
meeting at
fact.
10 o'clock.
I'm just
Yeah.
talking about our little group here.
Oh.
If we had, we were like a professional sort of.
If we had a professional, so we're not professional?
I mean, even
Okay.
Pee-wee football teams meet in the locker room before they go out in the field.
We're not professional broadcasters?
Wow.
I know what I'm saying is, I know the excuse I'm about to give would get me laughed out of the boardroom.
Let me share this because I saw this late in the game. I didn't see this as we were coming on the air this morning, but Roxanne texted me at 5:41. I'm running late today. In the excuse, was this voice to text?
Yes.
All right, because were you
There's
driving?
a reason for that.
So
No, I had not even left.
You
yet.
didn't even leave your house
No.
at 5:41?
No.
So Roxanne texted, I'm running late today. In the excuse I have for why I'm running late is something so ridiculous. I guarantee you've never heard anything so ridiculous in your entire career for why somebody would be running late.
Wow, that's quite a cliffhanger.
You set a high bar there.
Yeah,
All
it's
right,
true.
so why were you running late, and why is it the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my career?
But it's got to be talked about because I'm not the only person who has gone through this, but people just don't talk about it, obviously. So I all started yesterday, simple trip to CVS, made an impulse buy when I was leaving because my daughter saw these fingernails that were, like black and silver, like, Mom, do these fingernails for Halloween.
Like Lee press-on nails?
Yeah, but don't discount it. I mean, a lot of people do press-ons. That's not like a, it's cool.
Easy on, easy on.
Yes,
We're not
exactly.
judging you for press-on nails. We're just trying to get clarification.
Right. Okay, so
Impulse buy, leaving CVS, you bought your daughter some Halloween glue-on nails?
for me, not for her.
Okay.
Right. So then I get to I stayed at my sister's last night. I get to my sister's house and then
Okay.
and then I put the nails on. The girls we're all having a great time. All the little girls like nails and stuff. And then I go to bed. I start having all these nightmares, and I'm dreaming that I have a pit bull, a rabid pit bull, and I'm at a resort and the pit bull's trying to attack people. Then I dream I'm like driving head on into traffic. Then I'm late for work. Nightmares the entire night. The reason is because of these nails. So then I get up.
Oh, my God. Look at the crap on your hands. Oh, my God. What are the... Oh, for the love of... All right,
Yes,
hold
yes.
these up to the camera. All right.
That's
Roxanne is now holding these horrific nails up to the camera. Hold your hand steady.
Yes.
Elvira?
Yes.
What is this?
No, but listen, this is like a standard length for so many people. So then I wake up and I'm like, oh, bad dreams. And I go in to start getting ready and I can't do anything. Nothing.
With these nails?
Nothing. I can't make a phone call. I can't play on my phone. I can't fasten my bra. I can't put lotion on. I can't do my hair. My hair's getting all caught in the nails.
It places the
Nothing.
lotion in the basket.
So I ripped the right hand off.
Oh, wait a second.
Your
All right.
entire
Oh, wait
hand?
a second.
What are you going to do with a nub?
All right, show us an A/B comparison. So you
Yeah.
took time to rip the nails
I
off your
did.
right hand, but you didn't have time to rip the nails off your left hand?
Well, I had to have the proof of what my problem
Hold
was.
them both up side by side. All right, grab that camera shot, Andrew.
Yeah, he's got it.
All right, so one hand has the stupid press-on nails, and the other hand does not. Because the nails precluded you from any dexterity?
Listen, I had no dexterity, and so I had to get
What
ready.
about Dexter, the serial killer, on the TV show? Did you have any of that?
No, I had to get ready entirely with my right hand. But women walk around like this. This is a normal mainstream look, and I don't know how these women are able to do it because I can't do anything with this left hand.
Well, there's the lady at the Dunkin' location on Gandy. Sweetest woman at the drive-thru.
Mm-hmm.
The Dunkin' at Gandy and Manhattan.
Okay.
And I stop like once a week to get Michelle a Dunkin' coffee over there.
Mm-hmm.
And this woman has nails that are 2.5 feet long.
Yeah, that's a mainstream look for some people.
They're dunking in her nails are getting dunked in your coffee.
That's how she stirs the coffee.
They're little tools.
She's the sweetest woman. Very nice over at that Dunkin'. just thought I'd point that out.
Dabs you
Yeah.
with your,
All right,
with her
so-
nails.
Till I get an eye poked out.
So essentially,
and she's
MJ,
reaching into my car to hand me my coffee.
$1.99 box of drugstore press-on tchotchke
They're
nails.
a little more expensive than that.
Made
in
Roxanne
places.
a half an hour late for
Yeah.
the show.
They
Listen
did.
to Roxanne getting defensive on the price of her press-on nails. They're a little more expensive.
Yeah, that is pretty damn ridiculous. All right, early morons in the news next. Great pile of the morons coming up next here on the MJ Morning Show. Stand by. If you...
Imagine in Pasco County right now,
really?
this accident we told you about, the first one, south of State Road 56, still closed down, not moving at all. Now in the backup on State Road 54, another major accident, and this one's bringing in a helicopter now.
Oh, my
So they've
God.
got northbound closed for some reason, southbound closed at 54, south of 56 closed. It is gridlock. So if you're coming out of anything up around Ocala and going southbound, you need to get off the interstate now.
All right, this is a mess. And alternatives are what, like
41,
301?
301.
Yeah, holy get all the way
could
over.
not get any worse.
Get all the way over to the Veterans or something, or the
That's pretty far
Suncoast,
right.
or
The Suncoast. Yeah, the Suncoast would be a good choice.
Whatever. All right, let me get this straight again. So we have multiple I-75 wrecks.
Serious accidents, too, that could be with us a while. One just north of 54, shut down, and northbound, crawling or shut down, and then southbound at State Road 56, or just south of that, closed. And I really don't know how long it's going to be.
Wow.
Ooh.
And there's no idea as to what's going on as far as the accidents
There
go?
are some cameras out there that you can still see, but it's still dark, so you can't tell what's really going on. So,
All right, so I-75, northbound, southbound, around 56,
54,
50, just a mess.
all of it in Pasco County.
All right. Good job.
Thanks for the update.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Pat from our traffic department here on the MJ Morning Show at Q105.
Can we get him to go after every traffic report?
Oh, as in Pat, like from Saturday Night Live?
That's traffic.
It's a good
Pat.
out.
I love
yeah.
Pat.
Yeah, I don't know if that works if you're dealing with a very serious accident.
Yeah,
Today's
probably,
serious
probably
accident day.
not. Probably
Yeah,
not.
then you do a
If all things are looking clear on the major interstate
Maybe tomorrow.
system, then he can do it.
early morons in the news. Pretty diverse pile today. Hey, we got a couple of radio stories today. I had dozens and dozens of people send me a story about a radio morning guy. We'll get to that later on. Here's another story about a radio station. Now, if you look in the back of our building, we've got a whole bunch of radio station vehicles. You know, we got a bunch of radio stations here. How many stations do we have total? 5, 6? What do we have?
Do they even run all those
6.
vehicles we have back there?
Yeah.
They all run?
Yes.
They all start?
Sure.
What do you think?
Why wouldn't they?
What do you think? The batteries are dead on our promotional vehicles in the back?
I drove around the building the other day and I saw all the radio station vehicles and I'm like, when was the last time, some of these other older vehicles, we have like a fleet of vehicles that we, use for our promotions, but there's like a couple of older vans, like the old Econoline vans.
So you want to scrap? You want to scrap those?
I mean, when was the last time it was?
I can answer that question.
There's snakes in those things.
They were all gone when Hurricane Irma was expected to, or Ian was headed here.
When Ian was
Yeah,
in here,
Irma was 2017.
Well, that would have been a long time ago, but
Exactly.
actually, so a couple of weeks ago.
So
a month
during
ago,
Ian, they moved
they
all our
moved
vehicles?
there are no vehicles back there.
Really?
yeah, they moved into Ted's house.
All right, so I guess they all did move. Anyway, speaking of station vehicles, this is in Montana. A Billings, Montana radio station had one of their station logoed vehicles stolen. And this is weird. Someone broke into their radio station, stole the keys to their vehicle, and then absconded with one of their radio station logoed vehicles for Mix 97.1 in Billings, Montana.
Kind of easy to spot.
Where's my vehicle?
Hey, it's Maniac Marty from Mix 97.1 in Billings.
Just look for the Maniac Marty logo on the side of Maniac Marty in the morning party. That's right. That's right. Need my vehicle.
So a guy broke into the building. The guy broke into the top floor of the Doubletree by Hilton Hotel, ended up on a joyride. Are we to assume that the radio station is on the top floor of the Doubletree Hilton Hotel in Billings, Montana?
Oh my God, that's awesome!
Free cookies.
I would love to have a station in a hotel.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
great-
you would.
that's-
The guy ripped off a 2022 Kia Sportage,
Ooh, that's
which was
nice.
all logoed up with the Mix 97.1 logo in Billings, Montana. The guy was seen on a surveillance video walking around the 23rd floor. Wait a minute, you're telling me they've got a 23rd floor on a building in Billings, Montana?
That's got to be the biggest building in
In the whole
town.
state.
I
No,
mean,
the whole damn state.
yeah.
One particular elevator that night, the locking mechanism for the 23rd floor was not working. So he was able to get all the way to the 23rd floor, said Josh Rath, an on-air host for the radio station.
Hey, it's me, Josh Raff.
This is crazy. They called it a perfect storm of events. The elevator got this unauthorized guy to the building's top floor. The man had a screwdriver small enough to pop the lock on the back door of the Town Square Media radio station building. There was one more fortunate find for the perpetrator. He was able to pull off the vehicle heist because instead of the key being locked up as normally would, the key for the Kia Sportage was sitting on the front desk because they were using the Kia quite a bit. Well, man, I'll tell you what, when you got a 2022 Kia Sportage, man, you want to get that thing on the road all the time.
All right, so I see a picture of the promotional vehicle.
Yeah.
It's a good-looking vehicle. They have like the big hot pink Mix written on the side. And I got to say, MJ, every radio station I've ever been in, not just ones I've worked at,
Right.
but been in, van keys, radio station vehicle keys are some of the most unsecured things around.
I wouldn't know where the first place where the van keys and the vehicle keys for this place are.
Oh,
Where would you
yeah.
go look for them right now?
What, are they just sitting on the front desk? You just walk into our lobby and have your pick of our vehicles? They don't have keys lying on the front desk in
Well,
our
you've only
radio
worked
station.
at one other station, so where
but,
were their keys?
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
the
I was-
promo office.
Yeah, why don't you
Yeah.
qualify your statement that radio station vehicle keys are the most unsecured things?
Once you get into the building,
Yeah.
once you get into the building, the keys are always around because people are coming in at different times.
The guy grabs the keys, goes back downstairs, and drives off with the Kia. So, did the keys say radio station Kia vehicle? Was there
Yes.
like a keychain or something?
Have you never seen a set of radio station van
yeah,
keys?
I guess if you have a whole bunch of vehicles, then you got to have a keychain
Yeah.
that has which vehicle it is.
Remember our promo guy Mojo got caught living in the Trooper?
Yes. He lived in an Isuzu Trooper for like 4 months. Now he's a program director in Alabama.
Good for him.
They're calling this guy Montana's dumbest criminal because not only he decided to rob a radio station, but for whatever reason, he decided to steal a bright pink and white Kia belonging to Mix 97.1 in Billings, Montana.
Can we see what morning show is on that station?
Let me go to their website.
That's the Maniac Marty show.
It should be Maniac Marty. I'm still looking for a gig. I'm on the beach, as they say in the biz.
Tell you what, I'm guessing there are a couple of vehicles back there that they'd love people to steal.
Yeah, the ones with our faces on it looking all creepy.
collect the insurance money. That's what I'm thinking. Should we invite listeners to
please.
steal some of our vehicles? We got a couple of ratty ones back there. Please steal our station vehicles.
All I know is that I've seen snakes in the QIK old trailer back there.
That's true.
Hundreds of snakes going in and out of that
Our
thing.
country music station has a trailer that Froggy said is infested with snakes.
It's a snake-like
Snake den.
All right. To answer Froggy's question, it's the morning mix with Mackle and Nikki.
That's the worst name ever.
That's the name of the morning show.
If your name's Michael, you obviously got a Hydra.
Hi, Mackle and Nikki.
Oh, Michael.
Nikki, what's going on?
Well, that's a terrible name.
All right, and it's a lovely duo. Then yeah.
Thank you, Fester. I
All right.
appreciate your.
What's your radio name?
Yeah.
Michael. Okay.
Wait, my partner here, her name is Nikki. It's short for Nicole.
Should we leave the keys to some of our more dilapidated vehicles, like just out for people to take?
I think we should.
Yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, Andrew.
Yeah, they've taken parts from them before. Somebody cut off catalytic converter from a couple of our
Wait a
vehicles.
minute, hold on a minute. Some of our catalytic converters were ripped off?
Yes.
And sold on the black market. Oh my
That's
gosh.
hilarious.
What's inside a catalytic converter that makes it valuable?
Platinum, metal. Well, I believe metals, and there's some.
Platinum?
Yeah, when you scrap it, there's some degree of platinum that's used in the catalytic converter.
Well, they
But-
have cameras back there. They should be able to figure out who did
Yeah.
it.
All right, 6:51 at the MJ Morning Show. I haven't even scratched the surface on the morons in the news. Hey, remember I said that I had a crazy villages story? I've
Yes.
got another crazy villages story we'll get to in just a bit.
Did you have another crazy radio story?
Yeah, I'll get to
Okay,
that later.
cool.
Dude, I'll get to that later on. Hey,
I'm ready for that.
nobody won the Powerball. Powerball jams up to $800 million. So no winner for the $700 million jackpot last night. So $800 million on Powerball. We'll give you the details on that coming up in just a bit. Speaking of money, if you have investments, listen. tonight, and I guess the expectation is the Buccaneers are going to lose to the Ravens. I hope that's not the case. I hate to be Debbie Downer over here, but the expectation is that the Bucs could get a thumping by the Ravens.
Yeah, okay, so the line is, the gambling line is Ravens minus 1.5. So the Ravens are the favorite, but 1.5 is practically a pick 'em.
Yeah, and nobody thought the Panthers were going to beat the Bucs last week.
Nobody thought the Panthers were. The Steelers the week before. So the Bucs have not had a good.
No, but the Ravens are expected to. So that's The Panthers were not supposed to beat the Bucs, but the Ravens are expected to beat the Bucs.
Right, and so the Bucs could beat the Ravens just like the Panthers beat the Bucs unexpectedly. That's why they play.
We'll find out.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Expertise, football analysis from Roxanne.
You weren't understanding my point, so I had to make it very basic.
I gotta say, nobody was understanding your point.
Speak for yourself.
No, I'll speak for everybody on this one. But one of the most exciting players, quarterback for the Ravens, is in town, so a lot of people are excited to see him play.
All right, so Thursday Night Football. Prepare accordingly for all the traffic on a Thursday night around Ray J, something that you typically wouldn't expect. Just massive traffic around the stadium, probably beginning at, 5 o'clock or so?
I saw earlier that the stadium tweeted, I think the lots open up about 4:30 for parking.
That's when I'm going to start tailgating, bro.
Yeah, bro. So what's your tailgating drink of choice over there, Froggy?
Mike's Hard Lemonade, bro. The hardest stuff you can get.
Mike's Hard Lemonade, man.
Maybe a couple Zeems, maybe a couple Trulies, and if you're lucky,
what about some White Claws?
White Claws, because ain't no laws with White Claws.
All right, so Bucs Ravens tonight. All right, additional idiot stories here, folks. From the Village's News. And again, that publication is good for a couple of great ones, a couple of times a week. All right, now I'm kind of curious about this because there are pieces missing, but just some of the elements kind of intrigued me here. The headline was this: 72-year-old villager arrested after showdown at local car dealership. When I saw the headline, I'm like, wait a sec. A 72-year-old villager had a showdown at a car dealership in the Villages. I'm like, what the hell kind of showdown did they have? All right, Linda Lincoln. And if you look at Linda Lincoln, if you look at her mugshot, you'd swear it was Jerry Jones, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Really?
Yes, absolutely.
Wow.
Here, you think I'm making it up? Look at that. Look at Linda.
Oh, my God, it's Jerry Jones.
Look at that. I'm going to hold it up to MJ TV right now. Look at this. It's Jerry Jones. I'm telling you. Linda is Jerry Jones from the Dallas Cowboys. There's no doubt about it. Who else? So Jerry Jones. And then also, who was the coach for the Cowboys for years? Jimmy Johnson.
Okay.
Yeah, Jimmy Johnson was.
She can't look like Jimmy Jones. What? Jerry Jones and Jimmy Johnson.
She can't look like Jimmy and Jerry.
Wait.
Oh wait, not Jimmy Johnson, the race car driver, right?
Maybe Robert Kraft also from the Patriots.
What? Nothing but football owners?
This woman looks like a culmination of every old white man. I mean, really.
Hold on, you don't have the right. You don't have the picture up there.
I typed in.
No,
hold on. Listen to me. I typed in Linda Lincoln Villages, and I got on her social.
No, but that's not the mugshot. You need the mugshot.
Let me see the mugshot.
All right, you got to see the mugshot. All right, but I want to know what the showdown was. Now, this woman, Linda Lincoln, was arrested after an apparent showdown at a local car dealership. I said showdown. You know where this happened? At Bill Bryan Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. That's where.
So many options.
Wow.
This happened on Tuesday at Bill Bryan Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, where the cash is on the dash. Officers were called to the car dealership after Lincoln refused to leave, according to the Fruitland Park Police Department. Police found Lincoln under an awning with several of the dealership workers and several vehicles. Dealership representatives indicated they wanted Lincoln removed from the premises. She said she wasn't going anywhere.
I'm going to sit right here.
And that they would have to call the police and have her arrested. Well,
okay,
man, we can make that happen.
Make my day.
She was told numerous times to leave the dealership, but adamantly refused to obey. And when the cops showed up, she put her hands out in front of her, indicating that she was ready to be cuffed. Taken into custody, they charged her with trespassing, but we don't know what the showdown was all about.
I want to speak to the sheriff of this town. I mean, car lot. Where is he?
What was the showdown about?
We need some context.
Were they not able to come to a deal on a Dodge Caravan or something? Or do they even make the Dodge Caravan anymore? I think they discontinued
I
that.
think it was the last year, a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think they make the Dodge Caravan. Anyway, it happened. Did I tell you where it happened?
In the Villages?
Bill Bryan, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram.
Subaru, probably.
No, there's no
No?
Subaru.
Oh,
No,
oh.
it's Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram.
Mopar, baby.
So I don't know why. What do you think happened? We don't know. There was a showdown. What? She didn't want to pay a dime over, what, $27,500 for the vehicle? I don't know.
Top negotiator.
Get back to back with me and take
All right,
20
Tell you what,
steps.
let me go talk to my manager and let me see if there's anything we can do. What is that called? What is the back and forth manager game played?
Bester would know.
Yeah,
I don't know what it's called.
Is there a name for that? Well, hang on a minute. Let me see if I can go talk to my manager and let's see. And then they just walk out of the room. They go to the break room. They grab a cup of coffee. Then
Yeah,
they don't even talk to the manager.
Take a nap.
Yeah, go to the bathroom. And that's about it. So I don't know what's going on at fast food restaurants, but we got another story with an unruly customer melting down at a McDonald's drive-thru and just reaching in and throwing everything. We can get the video up. Andrew, if you don't mind, can you find this video? We'll get it up on mjmorningshow.com in the videos that we mentioned. So give us a few minutes. We'll get it up. A irate customer had a problem and had a huge meltdown throwing everything. Unidentified man was dressed in a Portland Trail Blazers basketball jersey.
Yeah.
Had a white, like, Gilligan's bucket hat on. You know Gilligan's Island?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
So a Portland Trail Blazers jersey, a white bucket hat, reaches through the McDonald's fast food drive-thru window and is just throwing everything, according to Waynesboro, Georgia police. Guy grabs and chucks 2 smaller cup containers, then 3 larger items, was able to reach in, grab a big garbage container, and spill the contents all over the area near the drive-thru window inside the restaurant. At one point, the worker in the footage attempts to prevent the man from causing more havoc. That wasn't successful. This guy took things a little too far, according to the Waynesboro, Georgia Police Department. They said this guy took have it your way a little too far.
So I'm watching the video of this. You know how they have like the sweet tea container or the big canister?
Oh, yeah.
Right by the drive-thru?
Yep.
He's chucking all of it.
So he just walked up to the drive-thru? That's what it looks like.
Can't they put, like, at this point, like, I don't know, spikes or something coming out so they can't, or like a barrier?
Yeah.
Like reverse spikes, like when you rent a car?
And you know what? They shouldn't even have interaction at all. They should just shoot your money through your food through the canisters like they used to do at the banks.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
You want your fast food to be delivered through those pneumatic tubes?
Yes.
The
how are you going to get your drink?
Yeah, the drink would be my question. I mean, a burger would make it fine, right?
Yeah, but the
Well,
Sprite.
but
Couple of nugs.
those canisters are tubes, so the drink cup could technically fit inside, I would imagine. But if you look at the video, and we'll have this thing up, it happened just a couple of days ago, Waynesboro, Georgia, and it's remarkable. He's got a Portland Trail Blazers jersey with the number 0, and he reaches through, and like Fester was describing, they have those drink dispensers for the iced teas.
Yeah, they brew the tea, one sweet, one unsweet, and you can see him as he picks it up, MJ, like 5 gallons of iced tea just fall out of this one right here. Right, he picks it up,
Oh my God! The iced tea, the top comes off.
I don't wanna
and
laugh.
It dumps all over the place. But don't you want to know what the hell happens at a drive-through? What goes so wrong? You go to the speaker. Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order, please? What happens that goes so wrong that a guy goes to the drive-thru window, rips the window open, leans in, and starts chucking everything in sight, including the iced tea dispensers? What was the catalyst? What caused this thing to go south?
Do you ever have conversations with your person at the drive-thru?
No.
Okay, so I got
What kind of conversation? I'm going to have you.
All right.
Hey, how you doing? Thank you. Have
How's
a good
the
day.
fam?
That's about it.
All right, so get this.
Hey, you playing Powerball tonight?
Late last week, I'm at a drive-thru. I don't want to say the name of the place, but I say I get caught in the line, and I'm stuck in front of the person I gave my money to, so that transaction's done. So I'm like, okay, how you doing? Yeah, we're looking at each other. And she goes, oh, I'm doing great. Today's a great day. I'm like, yeah, it really is. Thanks. That's great. And she goes, today's my last day here. I'm like, oh, that's wonderful. And I'm like,
She's sharing that it's her last day?
She goes, it's my last day here. And I was like, okay, do you have another job lined up? She goes, well, no, not yet. I go, well, why are you leaving this one? She goes, oh, I'm on work release. And I'm like,
Wait, she's going to go back to jail?
I guess she gets out of jail. Like, she got out of jail on Sunday, and I saw her like Thursday or Friday.
Good for her.
So that's why I was like, good for you. Get out.
Well, that's the thing is they don't want to spend a lot of time talking to you because they're timed for how long they deal with.
I was stuck
right?
I was stuck in the line. I wasn't moving. I wasn't there for jibber jabber.
That is true, though. The fast food restaurants, they have timers, and they're supposed to move cars through at a certain pace.
So they really don't want to talk to you unless it's their last day.
Well, if it's the last day and you're on work release, she'll talk to anybody.
The crap that's happening at drive-thru windows, it's every week there's some kind of major meltdown where people are climbing through, shooting at the people through the drive-thru. I mean, what the hell is making people so angry about drive-thrus at fast food places?
And, the reward, it's not a high reward game. It's not like, okay, I'm going to commit this crime at the drive-thru and escape with, I'm the Hamburglar. I'm going to escape with all these cheeseburgers. It's not like risk reward. It doesn't make sense. There's people losing it.
They're just angry and they're just pissed off and they want to take their frustrations out on the iced tea dispensers.
Is it over the McRib?
I don't know. Well, that's a whole other thing.
I mean,
you know what?
Yeah.
Wait a second. Hold that thought.
Uh-huh.
I've had this story sitting around for a couple of days. Is this a hype job?
I was wondering that.
There's a big McRib story. And is this a hype job? Is this real or fake?
Okay, it's not a big McRib. It's the biggest McRib story.
Hold on. We're back in a minute. We got the long chunk of the MJ Morning Show starting. In fact, ladies, we got a big problem when it comes to the dating scene. We'll fill you in on that. Again, we have a lot of stuff. We go an hour and 20 minutes nonstop next on the MJ Morning Show, and the big McRib McMystery is next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Don't move. On Q105, MJ and the crew. I mentioned earlier that I want to launch a new MJ Morning Show awareness campaign. And listen, we just need your help just letting everyone know that the MJ Morning Show is back on Q105. Listen, our audience is big. I mean, we can talk about anything and the phones ring. We can ask for the most obscure thing and people are calling the show with some obscure item that I'm never going to get a phone call on this. And we get like 3 phone calls on something. So, the show has grown dramatically with our return 2 years ago. But listen, we came back in the middle of COVID. And the normal patterns of listening and people going to work, they weren't the same. So our triumphant return, the MJ Morning Show, back in October of 2020, 2 years ago exactly, I think could have been bigger and greater if the normal patterns of a non-pandemic were in effect. So I'll give you a quick little case in point. Then we're going to try to unravel this whole McRib McMystery. Am I McBuying this? Is this McHype? Is this is this a McJob being pulled on us? All right, hang on. We'll explain in a second. So from you, the MJ Morning Show audience, listen, I don't ask for much. I just ask you to listen, enjoy the program, interact, call us, send us texts, send me an email at mj@mjmorningshow.com when you get a chance. That's mj@mjmorningshow.com. But on Tuesday, what was going on in the Performance Theater? We had like a bunch of kids in there. I think it was like a career day.
Yeah, I think the kids are coming here and learning about what we do at the radio station. Right, I don't know what particular group it was.
It was a bunch of kids were there because when I was leaving the radio station at like 10:15 a.m. on Tuesday, a whole bunch of kids and there were parents in there and there was a mom, probably 35 years old, and had obviously a kid inside the Performance Theater. And a whole bunch of our radio folks were telling them about the radio station, some kind of career day deal. And this mom had one of those baby Bjorns on, on the front, and had like a newborn, like 2, 3, 4 months old. And she says, "Hey, MJ, what are you doing here?" I'm like, "Well, just finished the radio show." And she's like, "What?" She's like, "Oh, I missed your radio show." I'm like, "Wait a second. Hang on.
Hold the phone.
Hang on a minute. Wait a minute." So she's like, "Oh, I love listening to the MJ Morning Show. I even went back as far as MJ and BJ." I'm like, "Hey, we're back, right?" And she's like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm here at the radio station because I'm not like in the janitorial department. I'm not scrubbing the toilets."
Yet.
Not yet.
Well, that's coming soon. So I'm like, "Yeah, the MJ Morning Show is back. I got Froggy and Fester and Roxanne has joined us. The MJ Morning Show, we're back in all of our glory." And she's like, "I didn't know that." So here's a woman, a regular listener to the show for years, MJ and BJ, MJ Morning Show. She's in our building for this radio career day with a whole bunch of kids. And this mom did not know that we were back on Q105 here on 104.7 FM. And she's like, "Oh, my God, I'll have to start listening." I'm like, "Yes." The point I'm trying to make is, the potential growth that we have, I think, is still enormous with the people that still don't know that we're back. And again, the pandemic, just things changed. Awareness, spreading the word. You had half the people didn't show up to their offices, all the people working at home, the people that were not in their cars. And as we get back to normal here, we're still trying to get the word out that the MJ Morning Show is back here in Tampa Bay on Q105, 104.7 FM. And that's why I'm officially launching the MJ Morning Show awareness campaign. So I need you to, every day, I need you to tell 500 people that the MJ Morning Show is back.
So easy?
Yeah, it is. It's a very simple ask. So attention all MJ Morning Show listeners, if you could help us spread the word every day. I need you to tell 500 people.
And if you don't have 500 friends, or 500 people. 200?
No, just two. Just two people. Just if you can't do 500, just do two.
Two is enough.
Yeah, just mention it to two people that the MJ Morning Show is back every morning. Can you imagine? She's in our building, bringing the kid to this radio station career day, And she didn't know the MJ Morning Show was back. And I'm like, you know what? There's a lot of people that still don't know we're back, so we just got to spread the word. All right, 7:29 at the MJ Morning Show. Fester.
Yes.
Just brought up the McRib. And I got to be honest, I've enjoyed a number of McRibs over the years. I have not had a McRib probably in 5 McYears. It's been a while since I've had a McRib.
That's a McIssue. We should get you a McRib soon.
It was gone for a bit. Didn't it have a hiatus for a little bit?
Do you not know how McRibs
That's
work?
their whole deal.
Yeah,
No. It was gone longer than it normally is. I know it's a specialty thing, but I think it went. Let me look at the history of it.
The
Let me Google
McRib
that.
used to be around full time, right? And then it went away, and then they brought it back like seasonally. It typically came back like once a year.
And I think they took a couple years off. I'm going to look into that.
Yeah, please give me a whole McHistory, would you please?
Let me tell you, I love McRib so much that when I was a kid, that was like the highlight of getting to drive my own car by myself because I would leave school and go to McDonald's and get 3 by myself.
Oh my
Hold on.
gosh.
You would eat 3 McRibs yourself?
That was the eating
What
issue
kind of
years.
McSlub are you?
Did you?
What kind of McEating disorder did you have?
That was the
Did you McPuke after?
that was the problems with food years.
No.
That's a lot
terrible.
of McMeat.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Wow.
we have a McMystery on our McHands. So now McDonald's is teasing that it's the McRib farewell tour? Come on.
That's hilarious.
It's
almost like it's a joke in and of itself.
yeah. So are they planning some kind of deal here where it doesn't sound like they're really going to cancel McRib, but McDonald's is touting that this is the last time the McRib is going to be available. It sounds like they're scheming something.
I mean, so maybe they take next year off, and then in 2024, it's back, McRib.
I'm reading a story right now about the McRib, and it says the McRib is a toxic boyfriend, and we need to stop backsliding.
Fester, you would know. I have a question about the McRib. Is the grill? I've always heard the grill is like fake. The grill marks.
Dude, there are no grill marks. There are molded bones.
Yeah, so
Fake molded bones.
yeah, so
Dude, have you ever had a McRib?
No, I have not.
all
You have
McRib-
never had one. All right.
It's all it is. It's,
Well,
it's
that's
just
crazy.
pork. It's just processed pork. To the same way you see hamburger patties stamped out as hamburgers,
Yeah.
this one's stamped out to look like a little rack of ribs, but it's just ground pork.
It's a slab of ground pork, and the mold that they make it in has like ribs.
Why
Yeah.
even do that? What's the point?
It's essentially a pork sandwich, and pork meat is, also rib meat.
What else is on
They
it?
slather it with some sweet barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
They throw a couple of onions on. Do they put pickles on that as well?
The pickles are on it.
I want one.
And it's on like an elongated, ovally kind of, I don't know, little
Like a hoagie roll
little
kind
hoagie,
of thing.
yeah, deal.
Hey, back in 2005,
Oh,
McDonald's.
hang on a minute. Roxanne's going to teach us a lesson right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Roxanne is gonna Roxanne-splain us. Yes.
Back in 2005, McDonald's did the old farewell tour with the McRib, and they went away for a little bit.
And then they brought it back like seasonally. So what are they scheming now?
Probably the same thing. They take a year or two off, and then
What exactly did you explain?
All right, hang on a minute. In 2019, McDonald's sold the McRib at 10,000 of its 14,000 U.S. locations before making it available nationwide in 2020 for the first time since 2012. It just seems in the Tampa Bay area, it comes back like once a year.
I mean,
Does it come back for like a month or 2 months?
it never goes away long enough for me to miss it. I mean,
Okay, that's all right.
It always seems to come back. You're like, oh, hey, it's here.
All right, so the sandwich debuted on menus in Kansas City back in 1981, cult following for decades. Mike Burlington, senior archives manager for McDonald's, said in a press release last year that the sandwich was designed to be enjoyed during colder seasons.
Okay.
According to the product description for the McRib on the McDonald's website, the sandwich's 2022 return is unique. It's the McRib Farewell Tour. Order yours in the McDonald's app, blah, blah, blah. While McDonald's doesn't list any exact day the sandwich will be available, multiple restaurants nationwide say the sandwich will be on their menus early this week. Yeah, according to, this is a story from Channel 8 locally here.
All right, so yeah.
But now they're touting it as the farewell tour. This sounds like just some kind of a new twist on some kind of promotional McRib McGimmick.
Well,
I don't know.
Elton John's having his farewell tour. Phil Collins had his farewell
Yeah,
tour.
I'm sure Elton John wants to be compared to the McRib.
He would love to be compared to the McRib. That was actually his nickname in junior college.
And I guess that's why they call it McRib.
Is he the one that had, who's the musician that had a couple ribs removed?
That might have been Elton.
That was Dolly Parton or Janet Jackson.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I heard rumors of some supermodels.
I don't think that's true at all.
I heard it was for some weird reasons.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Maybe it was Marilyn Manson?
I don't want to offend anybody, but yeah, I heard that too.
Listen, I have no idea what the hell the story is with McRib and what's going on.
I do know I'll be getting one.
Hey, speaking of food, do we have any macaroni grills still around?
Okay, is there one? There, yes, two. There's two. There's one I go to on Dale Mabry, North Dale Mabry at Ehrlich and Barris.
Oh, that's still there? I haven't been up that way in a long time.
Yeah, I just passed by. And then there's another one in Countryside that I occasionally go to on US 19 between Curlew and Countryside Mall.
I'm talking about Romano's Macaroni Grill, which it just doesn't seem like there are anywhere near as many, because there used to be one at like 275 in Dale Mabry.
Yes. Is
And
that the one that caught fire?
I think one of them did catch fire. No, I think
The Carrollwood one
I
did.
think the Carrollwood one caught on fire.
And they said, we will rebuild it.
And I guess they did.
We will give the people of Carrollwood average to above average Italian food.
Apparently,
It's good there.
I
It
like
is.
it.
good.
I
It's
like
good.
it.
I have not been to a Romano's Macaroni Grill since probably early 2000s. It's been a long time. But there just don't seem to be as many Romano's Macaroni Grills out there anymore. The reason why I'm bringing it up is an attorney is suing Romano's Macaroni Grill for what the attorney says is a deceptive $2 inflation fee.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, this is an attorney that does these consumer cases, and the dude is in Hawaii, and he's suing Romano's Macaroni Grill because they had a $2 temporary inflation fee that, according to the lawyer, is being added to checks. And the lawyer says that this is deceptive. The lawyer says restaurants and corporations like to add on these fees that are supposed to look official and somehow required. And in fact, it's just a way for them to increase their bottom line and decrease their overhead. Yeah, this is a story from Fox Business.
Would you care to guess how many Romano Macaroni Grills are in the fine state of Hawaii?
0?
Ooh. Close.
How many is there? Oh, there are 2.
2.
There are 2. Fester just brought it up on the website.
And I was wrong about the Countryside location. It's gone.
Yeah, okay, so
You spoke as if you were there last week.
I mean, I feel like I was, but maybe it was 10 years ago.
all right.
Is that the one that they used to have the opera singer walk around and go,
I don't know. So there are 2 in
Oh,
Hawaii.
solo mio.
I'm trying to eat my noodles,
All
sir.
right, more,
All right, so I got there are 2 Hawaii locations for Macaroni Grill.
more surprisingly than that, there are only 6 in the state of Florida, the Carrollwood location, and the rest of them seem to be in or around Orlando.
And the now ghost location that Roxanne thinks she was at last week. But it might have been 10 years ago.
Yeah,
Dude, you said that with such certainty.
I know.
Yeah.
You know what's
Oh,
so
I
weird?
was just at the Macaroni Grill in Countryside off US 19.
She
And
knew the streets.
No, listen, I just drove by that area and I swear I saw it as a mirage. Maybe it was just a memory.
Oh, my God. It was like
All
a
right.
ghost ship.
Okay.
Ghost restaurant.
it's the Macaroni Grill ghost ship.
The heck?
It floated ashore and nobody was aboard.
Who's driving this thing?
It's the mystery macaroni location.
It's a me.
Hey, where else were you not at yesterday? Can you give us some other locations that closed a decade ago? Where else were you?
I was driving down the street and hops appeared out of nowhere.
Now, the attorney, say it again.
A hops just appeared. Ooh.
That's right.
Look at that.
You know what? Yeah, exactly.
Weird bread.
Man, I had such a great time at Bennigan's last night. It was, so Bennigan's when you're hungry for fun. Wasn't that their jingle? Was it Bennigan's when you're hungry for fun? I think it might have been.
Oh, yeah. Let's go to Ponderosa while we're at it.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good idea.
Ice cream machine right in front of my face.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
All right. So the guy's doing macaroni grill for $2.
No, it's a woman.
Oh.
Her name is Brandy Feria, and she told Fox Business that she's filing this class action lawsuit. So she wants all kinds of people to join how these class action lawsuits work. So in some kind of a settlement, let's say there's a settlement, Macaroni Grill will agree to send somebody a $1 coupon for their next Macaroni Grill meal. And meanwhile, the attorney walks away with $17 million. Yeah, that's the way these class action lawsuits work. So this lawyer lives in Hawaii and I guess has dealt with multiple complaints regarding the Macaroni Grill $2 temporary inflation fee. Yeah, she claims that Romano's inflation fee is the tip of the iceberg and that other establishments are engaging in similar practices with so-called kitchen service charges, which can sometimes amount to as much as 3% on the bill.
Have you seen this? Anytime you've been to a restaurant, have you seen an adjustment on the bill? I don't think I have.
I have not.
No.
We've talked about this, but I have not been to a place where they have blatantly added a service charge, and it's like inflation adjustment, COVID fee, whatever. Andrew, have you been to a place?
Yeah, well, I was just saying, all they do is simply raise the prices on the items a little bit.
But that's what they ought to do. Instead of, why are you making something stand out like a sore thumb? We get it. We understand it. We get inflation. When you and I go to the supermarket, we see that prices are going up. Everything is going up. Butter and milk. Look at the price of eggs. Everything is going up. The produce, the meats, prices are higher. And I think that the expectation there is if we're paying more at the supermarket for the stuff that we buy, of course, it's costing the restaurants more as well. So I understand it if the restaurant takes an item that's $14.95 and they make it $15.95 or $16.95. I get it. I'd rather them do that than to tack on some tacky, inflation adjustment or kitchen fee. I mean, we've had some obnoxious ones like staff enhancement fee or
appreciation fee, different names.
There were numerous different fees that were added. Just raise the price on the menu. And maybe it comes down to they don't want to reprint the menu because it does look kind of tacky when they put those little white stickers over the old price. You've seen that, right?
I like it when they use whiteout right over it with a pen.
All right, so look out for the class action Romano's Macaroni Grill lawsuit because of their $2 temporary inflation fee.
I'll look out for the commercials right after the Camp Lejeune ones.
And Roxanne.
I see those.
I mean, I feel terrible for those guys, but I see Camp Lejeune commercials every day.
Well, because apparently the water supply for a couple of decades was contaminated.
Yeah, that's what the commercial told me. I know.
And now what? Congress approved some kind of big chunk of money to make restitution. So every lawyer on the planet is trying to get their hands in on the Camp Lejeune money here.
If you've been to Camp Lejeune or Romano Macaroni Grill.
If your dog drank out of the toilet at Camp Lejeune in 1965, contact the law firm of Fester, Schnitt, and Froggy.
And our newest partner.
Why am I not a partner in this?
Hang on a sec. You're in talks right now.
Yes.
I can't believe I made partner before Roxanne.
Roxanne, you can make partner at this establishment.
You're in talks with us right now to join the firm.
I'm negotiating.
You're
okay.
It's
going to be a tough deal to nail me down.
You're playing hardball.
How did Fester get top billing on our sign?
This is what you're doing.
Well, I'm like the expert on macaroni and grills.
All right, so Froggy, what happened? You were telling this during the commercial break, and we were coming back. I didn't get the whole story. What a shocker. Froggy apparently had an altercation with a neighbor last night.
So he comes running in during the commercial break and blurts out the most random question to MJ. And then says he's had an incident based around.
I was just wondering if you have ever done that and
Well, because I walk my dogs every night.
Oh yeah, you do.
All right, so
according to your Instagram,
right?
But you insist on recording every day.
Okay. All right, you know what? I have not done a dog walking video since
Thursday.
No, I haven't done one for weeks on the dog walking. It's when the neighbor put up that giant 14-foot Grim Reaper thing, and my dogs are barking at it like it's some kind of a scary deal. All right, so Froggy, what's the say? You had a fight with your neighbor over what?
Well, I walk my dog in the evenings, and she never really goes to the bathroom. It
doesn't seem natural.
You walk your dog in the evening, and she never goes to the bathroom.
In other people's yards. She only will go. She's weird.
She only goes to the bathroom in your house, like in the living room, right?
She's never gone in her house.
Okay.
She's very well trained.
All right.
But it's weird. She's almost as freaked out. Some people, I guess, don't like using public restrooms. It's like sort of like that.
It's funny you bring it up because our male Jack Russell is Gatsby. Gatsby will go anywhere, anytime, and it's guaranteed. In fact, wait a sec. I think if I reach into my pocket, I grab my wallet this way, because when I walk into the house, I've got my keys, my sunglasses, and my wallet. I got like a little, it's like I'm a kid. Michelle's got a little mud area. You know the mud room when you walk in?
Yeah.
I've got my own little
kids.
I've got my own little cubby. I do, I swear. I've got my own little mud room cubby where I put my stuff. And this morning, look at this. This morning, I grabbed my wallet. Which I'm holding up right now to MJTV.
Okay.
We're live on MJTV. You can watch us every morning. Not only listen to us, but MJTV. If you go to mjmorningshow.com and you click on MJTV, you can watch us in studio. So I'm holding up my little wallet here, but guess what I have behind my wallet?
I have no idea. Oh, for goodness sake.
A duty bag.
I have duty bags. I have duty bags.
Yeah.
Mine are green.
So I've got the black Amazon Basics.
Yeah.
I happen to have some in my pocket.
Ooh, nice.
All right, so Froggy, you were walking your dog, and what happened?
And I always have I use a Publix bag as well as the little green bags, but I'm out of the green bag, so I had a Publix bag.
Right.
And she went, unbelievably, surprisingly, in one of my neighbor's yards. So I just sort of picked it up, and I was like, I don't want to carry this because we just started walking. And so I just plopped it in her garbage can.
Oh, man,
No.
that is a no-no.
Is that illegal? That's not illegal.
Dude, it's not illegal.
Okay, but this lady was saying it was illegal.
No.
It's
but
just sociopathic.
it is rude.
No, it's not.
It is rude.
What do you want me to do? Put it in my
Dude.
pocket?
Dude or dudey.
I'm not going to hold that.
You crossed the line.
Oh, come on.
So
It's
wait
not
a
that
minute.
big of a deal.
Your dog went to the bathroom. You picked it up with the bag.
And she's a big dog.
And then you put that bag in somebody else's trash can?
Well, I just sort of looked around and I was like, and I gave it a little lift. Give it a little lift.
Oh, you did the look around because you knew you were doing something wrong.
I just, I felt weird about it.
There's nothing illegal about it. It's just rude.
I gave it a little lift.
Guess what? It's Rudy Duty is what it is.
Yeah. All right, hold on now. There's two times when this can happen, and one is much more rude than the other.
What, are you tell us a story about when you went on a neighbor's yard?
Listen, I had an incident where I was the dumpee.
You went to the bathroom?
I had Mr. Blue Bag.
Oh, so you had, hold on. You did it?
No, I don't have a dog.
Oh, so
Somebody did it to
that's
you.
right. You don't have somebody. You were the victim.
I would open my trash can.
You were the victim of the duty bandit.
And the thing was, you put the trash out in the morning, you don't get the can until the afternoon.
Yeah.
So it's sitting there empty all day. If you are walking your dog in the evening and there's stuff in the can and in 10 hours it's going to be picked up anyway.
So that's different than chucking it in an empty can.
What happens
See,
is
this is quite a debate.
I have to pull my can back to the house behind the gate,
So
and
then
then it just bakes.
You
and
got you got days of duty.
Hers was empty.
for lack of
Oh,
a
no.
It's going to mush down to the bottom.
Because
Come on.
you know when you put stuff, I go, I'm just going to lift it real quick, and I heard it go punk and hit the bottom, and I'm like, damn it.
Okay.
You have to look. If there's a can full of stuff, you can toss the stuff right on top,
Right.
and then
Now-
it's going to be thrown away
Yeah.
tomorrow.
But she says, she came out and she was like, can you please remove that? And I'm like, so sorry. I didn't want to.
so they need to go digging in her can.
And she goes, that's how you get maggots in your trash. And I'm like,
She's
what?
She's probably right. No, this is quite the debate here.
So I took it out. I felt bad.
Well, you should have. Did you dip your whole head into the trash can?
Yeah, I had to basically tilt it over, hold the lid up with my hand, and grab it like an ass.
You never, ever, ever. This is an interesting debate. You probably should never throw your dog's stuff in somebody else's trash can. But if you do, Fester brings up a very valid point that if the trash can is filled with trash and it's at night and the trash is going to get picked up in the next morning, while still rude, it's better to put it in a load of trash that's going to be picked up in hours versus doinking it into an empty trash can where it's going to sit for days.
So Doug did that one time with a baby diaper.
Hold
we were
on.
Getting ready to go out.
You're walking down the street and Doug throws one of your loaded kids' diapers in a neighbor's trash can?
So mad because we were getting ready to go out of town and the baby obviously pooped. And so he changes it. We change the diaper. He takes the diaper bag and puts it in
a neighbor's trash can?
Yes, across the street.
Oh,
and
my
I was
God.
like, that is a sociopathic thing to do. You should not do that, but we didn't want to leave our trash cans out. And he's like, whatever, the trash is coming today. But that's when I'm like, not mine. We're not married. Just a guy here at my house. That's when I disown him.
Was he seen doing this?
No, he wasn't seen. But I mean,
did you make him take it out?
I don't know what I did. But the trash guy was coming. I can't remember. But I was very upset by it.
That's not as egregious.
All right.
Well, it's not necessarily tasteful. It's not. It's not awful either.
Ladies and gentlemen, of course, Roxanne talking about her fiance Doug.
No, we don't stop it. Stop it.
No.
Listen,
another
you need to stop.
Another episode of
Stop it.
and Doug.
Roxanne Wilder.
Oh, you want to do an update on that? All right, Froggy. All right, go ahead. All right, you ready? Go ahead.
Roxanne Wilder.
And duty.
So now my neighbor's all mad at me.
Hold on. You really want me to stop playing?
Yes.
And Doug. Why?
It's great.
Because you know what's going to happen? You know, like those awards they give, like those creative loafing, like best power couple in Tampa. They're going to create an award, most annoying couple in Tampa, and it's going to be us because of that jingle.
And Doug.
No, you and Doug are the most annoying for so many other reasons.
Hold on. More annoying than and Doug.
You are annoying because of as a couple because Doug is a very close talker. You are always a super excited person in company.
He's not a close talker.
Oh, he's a close talker. We have these dinners at MJ's. He's like, he's all, stay fast.
No, he's not.
Roxanne, you know what would be a good Halloween costume for you and Doug?
What?
You just dress up as an emu. and Doug just is himself.
And you know what? I'll give you a little digital recorder that will just play this on a loop. And Doug.
You guys get it? You get it?
Oh.
You seen the commercial?
Brutal.
All right, ladies, I've got some bad news. It is 7:52, and to all of the women that are on the dating scene that have their eyes set on finding Mr. Right and starting a family, that's F-A-M-B-L-Y, by the way, family. This is potentially bad news for women. Men who want kids is on the downturn. Guys that want a kid, it is on the decline.
Well, millennials don't want to have kids or too lazy?
You know, well, I think it's more maybe some millennials, Generation Z. The number of young men who are interested in having kids is going down, according to brand new research from the Journal of Marriage and Family. The study's author is Robert Bozick. Not Bozo, but Bozick. And collected data from 3 different sources: the National Survey of Family Growth, the Panel Study of Income Dynamics, and a study called Monitoring the Future. More than 40,000 young American men have been studied, and according to the data sets, the number of male high school seniors who say they never want kids has more than tripled in just 20 years, from 2000 to 2019. So a lot of the up-and-coming young men do not want kids.
You can change their minds.
And that's a good point. Is this one of these situations where, but the deal is that it's gone up.
Right.
For whatever reason, I never want kids is just much
More
higher
people.
than what it has been in the past. Now, of course, minds can change, and there are things that I've done as an adult that I said as a teenager or a younger person, I'm never doing that, and then you find yourself, doing it. What is that commercial for the insurance company where you're turning into your father? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, with
yeah.
Dr. Rick.
Whatever it is.
Turning into your parents.
Yeah. Hey, you should have arrived at the airport a little earlier. Whatever.
So, MJ, I don't know if it's fair to ask high schoolers what their kid
Reproductive
counts
plans
as.
are?
I mean, yeah.
That's way too young, right?
Well, they're asking 18-year-olds, right?
They're asking young men, yeah.
Yeah.
18?
A teen-
Oh, who?
Well, yeah, if you're asking,
Can't even. You are a kid.
I don't want a kid, dude.
yeah. I mean,
They're
I'm
asking
18.
they're asking males in high school seniors, which
high school seniors, 17
Yeah,
years
that's
old.
so
17,
young.
18 is a
Yeah.
high school senior.
Yeah.
These high school seniors going to say no. They
Yeah.
want to party, dude.
But if that's a trend that goes up too, like if you're telling me that more 29-year-olds are saying they don't want kids than before,
That's different.
then the issue with that is by the time they figure out they do want kids, it gets harder and harder for a woman to have children.
It's so true.
Wow. That's really deep, Roxanne.
Sometimes you have to break it down for the
Because-
29-year-old guy who, yeah.
Hey, speaking of dating, yes?
It just seems like Roxanne just gave us a little window into her personal fights.
For real. I don't care. I'll give you that window. I'll open that window.
So-
Whatever.
Have you ever gone to the closed macaroni grill in Countryside to
Yes.
have these discussions with Dig Dug?
Doug took her on a date there.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I was going to conceive our child after dinner at Macaroni Grill, but they're closed. So I'm just going to watch TV. Call Derek.
Hold on. Andrew wants me to grab a call here. What am I taking? Line 6? Hi, good morning, MJ Morning Show. Hello. Who's this?
Hi, my name is MJ.
Hold on. Your name is MJ?
Yeah, one of my nicknames.
All right, so it's MJ and MJ.
That's one of his nicknames, too.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hey, MJ. Welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
thank you.
All right, so what's the story?
Yeah, I just wanted to make a comment, and maybe I'm being rude or whatever, but I don't think it's a matter of the kids not wanting to have kids. I think it's a matter of the guys not wanting to take responsibility and raise them. They certainly don't mind having what it takes to get them.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
just my opinion.
Are you about to back into something?
There's
I
a
think
missile
you're.
about to
I
hit
think
you.
your
No, I'm
proximity.
parked now.
Okay, all right.
No, I'm
Well,
parked now.
would you like almost run into a sign in front of you? What happened?
I'm good.
All right.
Just at work.
Now it sounds like MJ, folks. Yes, the caller's name is MJ. It sounds like you've had some experience with some guys that just didn't want to take responsibility for raising a kid. Sounds like it sounds like you're a little bitter.
No, I'm not bitter. I mean, I raised 2 kids with my ex-husband. He stayed around for both of them, but I've read, I've talked to a lot of people and heard a lot of stories about that's what happens. They'll get a girl pregnant, and a lot of them just say, okay, peace out and go do something else.
Yeah, I think this study might be more so, do they even want to have children? Do they even want to be a dad? But you're so right. If they'd asked if they want to do it, yeah, they do.
Oh, yeah, there's no question about that.
They want to do it. They just don't want to deal
don't
with
want
the
the-
possible
right.
consequences of the doing it
Exactly.
in the parking lot at the Macaroni Grill in Countryside. Right?
Exactly.
All right. MJ.
It's a popular place, I hear.
Yeah.
Roxanne, yeah, she
Roxanne
heard
was just there for dinner 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Hasn't been there for
Oh,
years.
For 10 years.
What? Say it again.
Or 10 years ago.
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly. All right, MJ. Thanks for listening. We appreciate it.
No problem. Have a good day.
You know what? That might have been the first MJ that's ever called the MJ Morning Show.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever recalled that.
I know a girl MJ too.
Do you really?
Yeah.
How weird.
All right. So, ladies, just be on the lookout. Younger guys, apparently, the number that want kids is totally on the decline. We also maybe should morph into the dating item we had at the last couple of minutes of the show yesterday. and we took some last-minute phone calls. I mean, right at the end of the show, the last couple of minutes of the program yesterday, we were talking about these dating apps. And I said, you know what? This is kind of interesting enough that we maybe should bring it back and not like get rushed toward the end of the show. So hold on. I think we're going to do that in just a matter of moments. Oh, and also the TMZ deal. So TMZ, they got hoaxed. TMZ, the celebrity website, the gossip site, they got the big old whambuki pulled on them yesterday. I'd like to know what is their process of verify? Can you just call TMZ and just tell them anything and they'll just say, okay?
Yeah, I mean, you don't hear they get hoodwinked very often.
No, you don't. But
they usually have some solid
Somebody
stuff.
checks it or makes a call or two.
There was a hoodwinking on TMZ yesterday. Hold on. We'll tell you about that in a second. Let me just give out the Rock the Cash Box word. We're giving away your shot at $1,000. So you got a chance at $1,000 with Rock the Cash Box. Now, this hour's word is excited. That's EXCITED. Excited. Text the word excited nationwide to 45911 before quarter after for a shot at $1,000, or you can enter it on the Q105 app or at myq105.com. Good luck. The deal with TMZ was yesterday. They had breaking news that Jerry Lee Lewis, that he died at 87 years old. There was only one problem. Jerry Lee Lewis had not died. I mean, he was still, I guess, still married to his, 13-year-old cousin or whatever?
That's all I think of.
That's the only thing.
Oh, my gosh.
What's
all I think of.
I don't even know what is the real story there? Did he really date like a 13-year-old cousin or marry a
Married.
I thought it was 14, but yeah, they were on tour in Europe and it all came out. And
I don't even know the real story. I'm just going with urban legend. But so TMZ yesterday, they had breaking news that Jerry Lee Lewis, and of course, this is well known, total pop culture here. Of course, the return of Maverick and Top Gun 2 and the scene, right?
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
I'm still here.
Has he had any other songs?
Goodness gracious.
Yes, Jerry Lee Lewis has had other songs.
Name one.
Great balls of cotton.
Come on, Eileen.
What? I didn't sing that.
I don't know.
I mean, he's a.
All right, I'm sure Jerry
That's
Lee.
it.
I'm sure he's had other songs.
Great balls of fire, and he slept with his cousin.
Gracious, great balls of
All
fire.
right. So I looked up. He's had Chantilly Lace.
Oh, that's right, Chantilly Lace.
That wasn't him. That was the Big Bopper.
Yeah, that's the big
Okay,
popper,
I'm looking at.
Oh, that's right. That was Big Bopper.
All right, so
Whole
Tom-
lot of shaking going on.
Oh, yeah, that was me, buddy.
Hold on. I pulled up a thing.
He must have done a cover of Chantilly Lace or something.
Okay, he did
yeah,
in
he
72.
Did. Yeah, he did a cover of
Great
that.
balls of fire. Whole lot of shaking going on.
But here's the deal. I don't need his whole songography over here. But how easy is it to call TMZ? So the story is TMZ is claiming that somebody called them yesterday, claiming to be Jerry Lee Lewis's rep, and told TMZ that Jerry Lee Lewis had passed away in Memphis at the age of 87. So TMZ, they put this big splashing story on their website. Then other media sites, they pick up the story, Jerry Lee Lewis dead at 87. It spreads like wildfire, like great balls of fire yesterday. And then it has to be retracted as soon as they find out that Jerry Lee Lewis is not dead.
I'm back.
So my question is, how easy is it to dupe TMZ? Now, I happen to have the TMZ tip line here. They've got an 800 number. Actually, it's an 888 number where you can call TMZ and you can just leave a tip.
And somebody checks it, and they probably got a lot of good information that way.
All right, hold on a second. Let me go to the phones here. I want to bring up a line. I've got an idea. Let's just call TMZ. Hang on a minute. 888-847-9869.
Sorry.
Hi. Thanks for calling the TMZ tip line. Please leave your contact information along with your tip after the beep. Thank you.
Is not available. Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Hi, this is Zippy. My number is 7. And I'm the representative for Jennifer Aniston. And I just want to let you guys know at TMZ that Jennifer Aniston, she was hit by a bus in Los Angeles late last night. And, it was just a terrible situation. So Jennifer Aniston is no longer with us. If you need to call me, you have my number, 7. Just call me right back. Thank you. Have a nice day.
All right,
I'm sure that's going to be on the TMZ website in minutes, right?
Okay, so
Oh my God, Jennifer Aniston.
if you're going to pull a ruse on TMZ,
Right.
the guy has to be an octogenarian. He has to be one of those actors. Isn't an octogenarian somebody in their 80s?
Octogenarian is 80 plus.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, really?
Or in the 80s.
But MJ, if you call him with Jennifer,
And then you know what 90 is?
90genarian?
A 90genarian. I don't know.
Why don't you call and say Will Ferrell fell in a wood chipper or
All right,
something?
hang on a minute. 888-9869. All right. You do it, Froggy.
Sorry.
Hi. Thanks for calling the TMZ tip line. Please leave your contact information along with your tip after the beep. Thank you.
Is not available. Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Hi, my name is Russell, and I just found out my favorite comedian, Will Ferrell, died in a wood chipper accident. Please report it immediately.
No, you're not supposed to be a fan calling.
Come on. You're supposed to be a representative.
You're representing.
I'm just kidding. I represent Will Ferrell, and unfortunately, he's dead.
You can't just be some fan.
He died
can't be a
in
fan.
a wood chipper incident. I represent him.
Shut
He's
this guy
dead
up.
as doornails.
Shut him up. He's dead as wood shaving.
So is Drew Barrymore. Parachute accident. Sorry. Go ahead. Put it on the site. I give you all.
I hung up. You're not being recorded anymore.
You can't
Dude, what are
can't
you doing?
fanboy out.
You can't say you're a fan. You got to say that you got to be serious that you're
Why don't you do it then, Fetch, if you're so great?
You're Will Ferrell's agent.
I can't think of anything as funny as Will Ferrell in a wood chipper.
Come on.
How about David Spade in a
The funniest
waterfall
one I had,
accident?
I wrote down Paula Dean choked on butter, and then you would come out with Will Ferrell in a wood chipper. That's so much
All
fun.
right, hang on. I got one.
I know.
I got one. Hang on a minute.
Sorry.
Hi. Thanks for calling the TMZ tip line. Please leave your contact information along with your tip after the beep. Thank you.
Is not available. Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Hi, this is Jerry. I work on the ramp at Flight Services at the FBO at Van Nuys Airport. And Kanye West just threw himself into his G650 jet engine. And, he was spit out the other end. The only thing is there's some Yeezy shoelaces that are left on the ramp over here. That's about it. I got some shoelaces that didn't make it through the turbines. So, you can report right away that Kanye West was ingested by a jet engine, all distraught. I don't know if you heard it, but he was escorted out of the Skechers building.
Please hand me the phone. This is Kevin Hart's representative. Hello?
Hold on a sec. Let me hand. I happen to have Kevin Hart's representative.
Yes, hello.
He happens to be here on the ramp at the airport.
I'm here as well, and I can see, and I'll let you know that my client, Kevin Hart, has perished in a hand gliding incident. He smashed into a mountain. And he got bashed into pieces.
He left the Van Nuys Airport. Oh, hey, this is Jerry again on the flight line, and I can confirm that, yes.
Yes.
So, TMZ, you can report right away that not only did Kanye West get ingested by a Gulfstream G650 jet engine, but Kevin Hart is also deceased as well in a hang glider accident.
This is Tracy Morgan's representative. Hello, I have more news.
No, not Tracy Morgan.
He's been hit by a Wonder Bread truck.
After the Walmart truck on the Jersey.
Just another branded truck.
Only trucks with W's. It's really, he's freaked out.
Oh,
I got word Marilyn Monroe, dead.
Really?
What?
All right. So, TMZ, man, that is a loaded tip-filled call there.
Boy, Jerry's a sicko. Jerry's laughing his way through those calls.
just-
Those
Jerry,
tragedies.
please. This is a serious moment.
Now,
Jerry's working for like Signature Flight Services out there.
has Jerry Lee Lewis issued his own statement, like a video where he's like, "I'm still alive,"
I'm here.
or is it just like a written message from a rep?
Hey, Roxanne, do you have a hot tip for TMZ?
I know, you guys got to drop some tips,
Okay.
man. There's a lot of
No,
stuff going
mine
on.
were stupid.
Even better.
Let's judge that. All right, hang on. I'm calling the TMZ tip line back up. All right, hang on a sec. Here we
Sorry.
go. All right.
Hi. Thanks for calling the TMZ tip line. Please leave your contact information along with your tip after the beep. Thank you.
Is not available. Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Go.
Hi, my name is Jenna, and I am a publicist for the Kardashian family. And I'm calling because one of the Kardashians, Kim, has had a serious incident, an accident, in that her ass has exploded from all of the filler that she may or may not have in it. Okay.
So
if you have any questions,
it was an ass-splosion?
it was an ass.
What? What? Kim Kardashian's ass exploded?
It's the best you can do.
That's it?
Hello. By the way, this is Tom Hanks, representative.
we're still being recorded. Hang
Yes,
on.
I got something
Hold on.
horrible to report.
It just so happens that Kim Kardashian's rep and now Tom Hanks, they were having lunch. Oh, hang on. What time is
They
it?
work at the same agency.
They're having a late dinner at the Ivy. They're having a late dinner at the Ivy on Robertson out in L.A. Yes, go ahead. Tom Hanks' rep.
Yes, he got. It's very bad, but he got killed. He got run over. He was doing the running of the bulls in Spain.
Oh, no.
And he got speared right through the head. I miss you, Tom.
Well, there you go.
He loves Spain.
I think we're done with this. All right. TMZ, have a nice day.
How do you not fact check if the guy's dead or not? Isn't that fairly simple? Can't you?
Well,
Can't
listen.
you call the Opry or
But
something?
that would be the breaking news tip. I don't know if you have somebody claiming to be Jerry Lee Lewis's rep, yeah, probably get a phone number, call him back. They just went with it instead of having some type of confirmation. Yeah, Andrew.
Yeah, the response was from a representative. It wasn't from Jerry himself.
Yeah.
Duh.
So
No, it's not like he doesn't talk.
No, right. We got that part, Andrew. I mean, of course it's not from Jerry himself. I'd like to say that I'm dead. Hello, Tamaza. Yes.
Thank God he's alive. I love.
should I call him up and let him know that Betty White has expired?
Oh no!
Should I do that?
I don't know
Betty?
if they're aware.
Train accident.
Anyway, TMZ got duped, and then a whole bunch of other media outlets just jumped on the bandwagon yesterday.
I gotta say, to dupe TMZ though, that's a good get. I mean,
If you
that's
turn
awesome.
on TMZ later and breaking news, exploding Kim Kardashian ass leads to her death, that would be amazing.
All right, speaking of demises, I had dozens of people send this to me. I got it on instant messages, direct messages, DMs. I had people email this to me at mj@mjmorningshow.com. I had friends. I had a relative. I got texts. A British morning show radio host died on the air in the middle of the show.
Oh.
All right, so I got
Sad.
several. Is there audio of this?
Yep, there must be.
Now, when you say in the middle of the show, was he like, if you die during commercial breaks, you technically die in the middle of the show?
Yeah.
So did he die during commercials, or were they playing the Beatles, or whatever the hell they play?
They
in
were
the
playing a
UK?
song, apparently. Tim Go or Golf. It's Gough. Tim Golf was doing his daily radio show. It happened on Monday. 55 years old, and they think he had a heart attack and just died in the middle of the radio show. He was part of the breakfast show, over there. We call it a morning show.
I'm sorry, did you say his age?
55.
Okay.
That's young.
Young
That's
guy.
young. That's young.
55 years old, just dropped dead. He was on a radio station called Gen X Radio. He was doing the show in Suffolk, and he had worked at the station since like the 1980s. He'd worked at this radio station for a long time, and apparently he died during a song.
That is brutal.
Tell you what, if I were to pick a way to go, I mean, if it was just fast, I mean, it's doing something I like.
Oh, will you stop, you ghoul?
Dying at a radio station
Why
is
would
something
you
you
say
like?
that?
No, if you're going to go.
How about surrounded by your family?
Why not have it be quickly when you're like on the air doing a job you like?
Well, Harry Callis, he died in the Nationals press box, famous announcer, several hours before the actual game, but it was the home opener, and that's what he loved. And
Is
that's,
that true?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Like sometimes, some people say, well, hey, they died doing what they love.
Didn't what's-his-face die singing the Cubs? What was his name?
Harry Carey.
Harry Carey.
Harry
That was
Carey
the-
died singing the seventh inning.
Yeah, I was like, give me a one.
No, he didn't. So, a whole bunch of people sent me the story about the British dude. I mean, are they giving me a signal here? Are they sending me a message? Hey, hey, MJ, it'd be great if you just, expired during the radio show.
Okay, first of all, I don't know that it would be great. I don't know if that would be the word I would use to describe it. Be interesting for a little while. But I saw the age, and you're fairly close to this guy's age, and he died at a radio studio. I thought of you. This is how you're going to go.
We
Fester.
did. Yeah, oh, that's right. Fester sent it to me last night as well. Fester included the little headline in my email. Hey, didn't you say this ought to happen to you?
I was like, no, I didn't.
What did you
I
say?
don't wish it upon you, but I said this is probably how you're going to go. This is how you're going to go. Listen, what's going to happen is what's going to happen. They're going to build us a new studio. And day one of the new studio, MJ kicks it.
Yeah, that was
great
a visual,
thought.
by the way, if you're watching MJ TV.
I heard the little plunk.
A little plug. That was me hitting my mic.
Yesterday, it was the very end of the show. I literally last 3 minutes of the show, and I brought something up about the percentage of people on dating apps that are married. It is a ridiculously high percentage. What was it, like 42? 42%? Research is showing that 42% of the people that are on these dating apps are married or they're in a relationship. What was the breakdown? It was like 30% are married, another 12% are in committed relationships, like boyfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend. And at the very end of yesterday's show, we took a couple of phone calls. We kind of, dipped our toe into the water. And I asked the question, all right, are you married or are you involved in a relationship? Are you dating seriously? Are you engaged? And are you still diddling around on dating websites? Now, we tossed out some of the names like Tinder and...
plenty of fish.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's a ton of them.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of dudes.
Can you name one, Froggy?
Farmers Only.
Yeah,
That's the
right.
one. That's my go-to.
Isn't there like a fisherman's only one?
I wish.
Let's go to phones again. So we took a couple of calls at the very last minutes of yesterday's show, and the phones blew up. And I couldn't take all the calls, and I thought maybe when we had more time, which is right now, it is 8:17 here on a Thursday, I thought we'd go back to phones and ask you, the MJ Morning Show listener, if you want to remain anonymous, that's fine. If you don't want to use your real name, that's fine. I get it. But the question is, are you married or are you in a serious relationship, but you're still utilizing these dating websites? Are you in a marriage and on the side, you're swiping left and right and doing all this stuff? I'd like to go back to phones. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. And again, we got a bunch of calls at the end of the show. I would imagine we should get some calls here as well. Are you in a relationship? Are you married? Are you dating? Are you engaged? But you're playing the field. You're seeing what else is out there. Are you doing... We had a woman that called up. Do you remember one of the... And Andrew's going to screen calls here. So tell us your story. Or do you know somebody? If it's not you, do you have a friend or a coworker or somebody you know that is playing around on these dating websites when in fact they are involved in a relationship or a marriage? Because apparently 42% do. 42% of the users are married or in a relationship. All right, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. tell us your story or tell us a story that you know about. All right, who was going to say something?
I was looking up other dating sites, and they have some very specific ones, like Prescription for Love, people with terminal conditions.
Are you serious?
I think so.
There's a terminal condition dating website?
I'm still reading about this.
That's horrendous.
Finding love.
You know, that's a whole different deal. We could probably do a half an hour on all of the different dating websites that are out there.
I mean, there's meet an inmate, horsey lovers. And I think it's just people who like horses.
They enjoy horses, they're looking for a horse to date.
Thank you. Let me go to phones here. Gigi, lighten up again, just like yesterday, but we have more time now. Gigi is in Newport Richie. Hey, Gigi, welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, thanks. How are you?
Great, Gigi. So what's your story?
Well, yeah, I was married when I was on a dating site, but the circumstances were different. I was going through a terrible divorce, and I just needed to get out of there, and so I was looking around.
Now, were you on the dating website prior to filing for divorce?
Yes.
How long before you filed for divorce were you toying around on a dating website?
About a year.
And was it an app or a website? Which one was it?
Zeusk.
Hold on, which one?
Never heard of that.
So,
Zeus. Yeah, they ran commercials for a while, like maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
Is it like for people who love Greek mythology?
So,
no, not Zeus.
Not Zeus.
Not Zeus. Zusk. How do you spell it, Gigi?
It's ZOOSK.
Right. I remember seeing these commercials, but I haven't seen them in a while. All right, so when you were married and you're playing around on Zeusk, what did you find?
Very interesting men, for sure.
Well,
a couple of ladies.
Yeah. Tell us about the guys.
Well, the ones I found, it was before I moved here, but I was looking in this area and got involved with a couple of guys, and that's all they were looking for was a good time.
So they were just
Nothing
looking.
else.
They were just looking for wham bam, thank you, ma'am. That's it.
Correct.
Now, did you indulge or no?
Yes.
So you did wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
I did.
Did they say thank you, ma'am, at the end?
Well, actually, I lived with two of them. And
wait, hang on a minute. Wait,
what's happening?
You lived with them after you left your husband, or were you living with them while you were with your husband?
No, I was already gone.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I was gone.
All right, so what happened, before I take another call here, what happened with these two guys?
Well, I caught them both lying to me and telling me that they were going back to their girlfriends, except I found them back on the dating site.
Whoa.
Well, they probably did go back to their girlfriends, but then stayed on the dating site.
So, Gigi, it'll make you feel better. I typed in top dating sites. Zeusk came in #1 because of their behavioral matchmaking.
Wow, with a 9.6 rating on some rating website for date sites. I don't know. Like, now, how many times did you have, if you don't mind me asking, these two guys that you met, how many times did you hook up with each of them?
Actually, I moved in with one of them for a few months and caught him.
So you
and that was it. I left the same day.
So while you had moved in with him, he was already back on the website looking for other women?
Yep.
My God. All right. So what are you doing now? Have you found love again?
No.
Are you still messing around on these websites or these apps?
Yes.
When's the last date that you had from one of these apps?
Actually, I'm just going to have one this evening.
Really? And what are the circumstances? How old's the guy? Where are you meeting him?
I'm meeting him at a restaurant.
Yep.
He's 74. I am 68. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I have dated off and on, but not to hook up. No.
All right, Gigi. Thanks for the call. I appreciate it.
Watch out for the old guy. He might be looking for a nurse with a purse.
A nurse
Shut
with
your mouth.
Nurse with a purse.
That's what all the old guys are looking for.
All right, let's grab Kathy in Tampa. Kathy, MJ Morning Show, you're on. Hi.
Hi.
Kathy, were you messing around on one of these dating apps or websites while involved?
No, but my husband was.
Ooh, all right. So what happened?
Well, we used to know each other's passwords, and I had to use his tablet one day when he was at work. Something was wrong. I don't remember with mine. And saw that he had gone on to Plenty of Fish and created a fake
profile.
Name.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Yep. And it was new. You know, I obviously looked into it, researched it, and saw how long it had been there. And
Had he made any matches, or had he been in communication with anybody?
there was chatting, yeah, with a couple.
And what happened when you confronted him with this discovery?
After he was extremely upset that I was being nosy, he just said he was curious, didn't ever do anything, and I believed him. I don't think he ever did. So nothing really happened.
Did you guys repair things? Are you still together?
Oh, yeah. We've been together for 45 years.
Now, are you still suspicious, though?
No.
All right, so you've allayed your suspicions. All right, hey, Kathy, thanks for the call. Don is in Spring Hill. Don, MJ Morning Show, hello.
Good morning.
All right, Don, you playing around on dating websites while involved in a relationship?
No, I am not. I just wanted to make a comment about the fact that I am on a dating site to find a partner, and it bothers me greatly that 40%. I mean, because any normal good relationship has to have honesty and respect. And
yeah, according to the survey that we had, 42% were involved, either married or in a committed, serious relationship that are on these dating sites.
Correct. And it bothers me that there's honesty is right out the window, right off the bat, because you're not being honest if you're still in a relationship.
Yep, absolutely, Don, and that's a problem. And dude, it's almost half.
Don here sounds like a good catch.
Yeah.
And all these other guys are giving Don a bad name.
Poor Don.
Come on, Don.
That opens up a line. The question is, and I'll take a few more calls here. The question is, are you married or are you in a serious relationship, but you're still toying around on these dating apps? Still out there seeing what's going on or maybe secretly hooking up? 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Grant is in St. Pete. Hey, Grant, MJ Morning Show, welcome.
Hey, good morning, guys.
All right.
So mine's a little bit of a different twist. I met this awesome girl. She's smoking hot, and I think she's married.
You think?
I think so.
What are the clues? Why do you think she's married?
She's only got a couple of windows. She's available during the week between 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. And then
wait a second. I know exactly where this is going.
I'm like, it's not me because I'm busy, Dan.
Let me guess. She's available between 6 and 10 a.m. and then available again between 3 and 6 p.m.
And it's kind of weird because she doesn't have access to a car all the time.
No, she doesn't have access to a car all the time, and but she's smoking hot, you know. And she lives in South Tampa, in St. Pete, so we're right across the bridge.
And what's her name? Does it happen to be Michelle?
It is.
Yeah, what a shocker. Yes,
So,
yes.
Grant,
Use her real name.
Grant, I have to say, I'm very proud of you for putting that whole thing together so quickly.
That was good.
That was good.
Grant, that's next
Nice-
level stuff,
nice
buddy.
All right, smart guy. I had that figured out that he's trying to talk about my wife, Michelle, in 2.5 seconds.
I had no idea.
All
Like
right.
6 to 10,
All right.
MJ's busy
All
during
right.
that time.
Very, very clever, Grant. Have a great day.
Thanks, buddy.
Oh, here's an anonymous one. Anonymous in Tampa. Hey, Anonymous, MJ Morning Show. You're up.
Good morning. You'd be surprised how many women that are married, that are in an open relationship, that contact me, or men, or couples. It's crazy. Here you are responding to an ad or to a profile, and then all of a sudden, well, do you mind, we're looking for a third. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a relationship, and it's just crazy. I'm only on one side. I used to be on 15.
You wait a minute. You're only on one site. You used to be on 15.
This guy calls us. He wants to be anonymous.
All right, this is what I want to know. What is the one site you settled on? Which one?
I settled on Match.com.
All right.
You said you said guys and girls.
I don't get as many fake profiles. I don't get as many couples looking to hook up. Meet Me is like one of the worst. You get all these people from overseas trying to, do whatever. But I mean, I just want to let you know, I'm not in a relationship, but I'm surprised to see how many people that are. And they're open about it. After they contact you, they're open about it. It's crazy.
Wow. Hey, thank you, Anonymous. Let's grab Nikki in Clearwater. Nikki, MJ Morning Show. Hello.
Hello.
All right, Nikki, what's your story?
So, well, technically I'm legally married. And I'm on all the dating apps, but the reason that I'm still married is because my husband will not sign the divorce papers. And he lives in a different state, so it makes it even difficult for me to be able to get him to sign them.
Well, I mean, that's legitimate. You're fine because you guys have decided that you're not going to be together.
Well, hold on. It sounds like she decided it, but I don't know if he's decided.
Well, she's not in a arranged marriage. She's not stuck in a marriage if she decides she doesn't want to be in it.
Yeah, but you're on the way out. And so how many dates do you have a week from dating apps or websites?
I do about 2.
And then are they wary when you tell them, hey, I am still married, but I promise we're getting divorced? Because that's probably something people hear sometimes. And then they're like, no, you're just saying that. Do you have to, how do you convince them or do you tell them?
Oh, no, I'm completely honest with it, but I've lived in Florida for 13 years, and that's how long I've been separated from my husband.
That's a long time.
What state does your husband live in that over a decade the state couldn't have him sign paperwork?
He lives in Pennsylvania, but since we've never lived in either of those 2 states together, we can't file divorce in those states. We actually have to go back to the state we were married in and lived in it together.
And what state was that?
North Carolina.
Wow. All right, this is a state of disarray is what it is right now.
When she said Pennsylvania, I thought she escaped from like an Amish cult or something.
All right, Nikki, best of luck. Hey, are you finding good quality dates or just guys looking just to hit it?
He's looking to hit it.
All right. And are you playing along?
With some of them, it depends on how the chemistry is when we meet.
All right, Nikki. Well, you sound sweet. Thank you, Nikki.
Bye.
All right. Oh, got a little laugh out of her, too.
What are you hitting on, Nikki?
Hold on. I'm not hitting on Nikki. Was that a little too brash, me saying you just looking to hit it?
No, you just, yeah.
Certainly not the brashest thing we've said over the last day or so.
We got another Anonymous in Tampa. Hey, Anonymous, MJ Morning Show. Hello.
Good morning. How you doing?
We're doing well. Go ahead.
Well, my now ex-husband, but at the time my husband was on Match.com and 2 other single dating sites to meet women. Our daughter was in the NICU, struggling to survive, and he was.
Wait a sec. You had a daughter, an infant daughter, in the neonatal intensive care unit after birth, and he's trying to pick up women on dating sites and apps?
Yes, he was. Yeah.
How'd you find out?
I got him. It was the year the iPad came out. I got him an iPad, and he was at the hospital with us one weekend, and he kept hiding every time I walked by in the hospital. He kept hiding the iPad, and I thought, what is he looking at? Some expensive watch or some car he doesn't want me to see. Anyway, he left the iPad there, and our daughter, the doctor came in that day, and it told me that our daughter, that if she didn't start improving, we were going to have to start thinking about hospice care or palliative care, and I started looking on. I got on the iPad and started looking at like what stone are we not looking at for her, and then I found out what he was doing because I wasn't. It just his email had popped up, and he had. I didn't even know his password. It just was on there, and I wasn't digging for anything. So he had. He was in a whole bunch of these, 3 of these sites, and then I started looking at our phone bill. And I started looking for any number that was on there a lot or any number that was on there at weird time. And then I started calling those numbers. And then I found out he had a trip planned with some girl to Puerto Rico.
Oh, my God.
All right, now, going through this with your baby.
I'm guessing that you're not married to this guy anymore.
No. I had to kind of stick it out for a little while because she was super sick. And
then can I ask what's the status of your daughter?
She's doing better today. Yeah, she has special needs, but she's doing better today.
How old is she now?
She's 12 now.
Oh, but is she getting along a little better?
Yeah, she's doing better, much better. Yeah,
right, well-
she had a rough beginning, but she's doing better now. But yeah, 2 years after that, we went on a trip to Hawaii for about 2 weeks, and we get back, and he's on Ashley Madison. And I said, that's it. I'm done.
Oh, my God. I mean, I can't believe you gave him a shot after the whole first episode.
Well, yeah, it was because the baby was so sick. It would have been really rough to try to, to leave. And
hey,
he was also
are you happily involved again, or?
Oh, yeah. Everything's fine now.
Are you remarried?
No. And I'll tell you what, dating sites are full of married men, too.
Yeah. Well, that's the deal. I mean, that's why we're talking about this, is that according to new research, 42% of the people on these dating websites are either married, 30%, or the other 12% are involved in serious committed relationships. Hey, thanks for the call. Appreciate you. All right, one more. Last call on this, and we got to move on. Christy is in Plant City. Christy, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi.
All right, Christy, you get the last word here.
Okay, my story is very similar to the lady who just was talking. And when my youngest was 3 is when he started on the dating apps and stuff like that. I didn't find out till 7 years later that he had been on all these sites and, promised not to do it. Oh, I'm done with it. No, I don't want to run our family. Couple years go by after I had been checking. I did the same thing. I went through the phone records, called the girls, caught him, knew because they had told me that he had. And when the second time I started feeling a little weird, got one of those little things you can put on his phone, saw every text, every phone call, and that's when I was like, that's it, I'm done.
Well, holy moly. And how long ago was that?
About 4 years now.
And
but we were married for 17 years.
Wow.
So.
And have you moved on? Have you found new love?
No. I'm working on myself right now. We'll save that for later when I can find somebody that isn't on a dating app and married.
All right, Christy, thanks for the call. Again, very high number. You're on a dating app, and they say, yeah, hey, I'm wide open. I'm probably married, more engaged, or something to that effect. Can you imagine? They got a baby in the the neonatal intensive care unit, and the guys trying to pick up women on dating sites. You're at the hospital. He's trying to pick up women on his iPad.
I mean, sometimes hospitals have really good Wi-Fi connections. I mean,
Yeah, what's the Wi-Fi? Hey, nurse, what's the Wi-Fi password?
Password.
Oh man, that's awful. Hey, we mentioned this first thing this morning, and we got to spend a little time here with the whole Kanye West thing. Kanye West shows up at Skechers headquarters, and we were talking about Skechers yesterday. I think Skechers came up I don't think Skechers has ever come up on this show, ever.
It came up because of a story about the Villages, right?
We had a story. I was just kind of joking, making fun that I saw this breaking news story from the Villages News that the newly renovated Skechers store is going to open up early next year. I'm like, hey, this is big breaking news up in the Villages, the Skechers store. And then, Froggy, did you mention something on Skechers as well?
I just said a joke while you were telling that story. I just go, maybe Skechers will sign Kanye West for his Yeezys, like trying to come up with the most outrageous.
Right. Later in the day when we were talking about Kanye and Adidas, Froggy's like, you should go to Skechers.
And then, wouldn't you know it, Kanye West really showed up at the Skechers headquarters, and he was uninvited. Executives had to escort him out of the building. According to the reports, the athletic shoe company Skechers said in a statement yesterday, they're like, "Oh my God, get him out of here. We don't want Skechers to be associated with Kanye West and this whole meltdown that he's having." So, according to a statement from Skechers, 2 of their executives had to escort Kanye West, or Ye, out of their Los Angeles building. They said out of one of their buildings yesterday. The company said that West arrived unannounced, without invitation, and that they said that it was some kind of unauthorized filming.
I'm telling you, he had a whole crew with him, I bet
So
you.
Kanye West, is he trying to make like a whole like mockumentary? So Kanye West shows up at Skechers after Adidas drops their $2 billion a year deal. And that's crazy. Adidas took a long time to react, and there was a lot of pressure. I mean, a lot of pressure. I think Adidas was like, all right, if we just ignore this, will it go away? Will it go away?
Just wait a week and see which way the wind blows. And then it was pretty obvious by the time they did it.
And again, the Kanye West, the poking, the prodding of Adidas, like daring Adidas, hey, I can say anything bad about Jews that I want. I can be as anti-Semitic as I want to be. And what is Adidas going to do about it? I mean, the audio bite is unbelievable.
The thing about it, me and Adidas, is like, I could literally say anti-Semitic and they can't drop me. I could say anti-Semitic things and Adidas can't drop me. Now what?
I mean, that is the most condescending now what? Adidas, you can't drop me. We had $2 billion in sales of the Yeezy merchandise last year. You're not going to drop me. You're not going to walk away from $2 billion. And finally they did. And then yesterday, Yeezy's trying to put a new deal together at Skechers, and the executives are like, "Get the hell out of here! We don't even want. We don't want
Too sketchy.
We don't want you to be even associated with us. Yeah, too sketchy." So listen to this. They put out a statement. First of all, that he was engaged in unauthorized filming. So clearly, he was trying to document something on video. I don't know if he's going to put out some kind of social media post, or he's going to try to. Turn the frown upside down, or whatever the hell he's trying to do here.
He has video of him talking to the receptionist at the Skechers building and then sitting in the lobby waiting for the executive to come out?
Do they have the executives actually like grabbing his arm and escorting him out of the building?
Dude, that would be... Imagine if he's making a documentary, he's going to go to nothing but all the shoemakers and try to get a deal. And that's the movie.
You see Kanye getting like whisked out of all of these stores?
It's like that old Michael Moore movie.
Oh, yeah. He gets whisked out. He gets whisked out of all of these like corporate headquarters. Nike security. They throw him out on the sidewalk. Two burly security guys lift him up and throw him out of the front door at Nike up in, I don't know.
Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and the dad throws him out the door.
There you go. Oh, man.
That'd be a great movie. I'd watch it.
So part of the statement that Skechers put out is this. Skechers is not considering and has no intention of working with West. Man, they don't want him anywhere near the brand.
Nope. You're so toxic. You're worth like a couple billion. People are like, we're good.
And then they add to their statement, we condemn his recent divisive remarks and do not tolerate anti-Semitism or any other form of hate speech. Man, they panicked. They're like, oh my God, we don't even need Kanye walking in our door. We don't need any speculation that we're talking to him. No. They wanted to shut this thing down right away over at Skechers. Wow. But that'd be funny. So video of him go to Skechers, then he's going to Nike, then he's going to Reebok, Puma. He's going to end up at like the Target house brand place. That's
oh yeah, that's
right. So all
Buster Brown.
Yeah, Buster Brown.
Thanks, Evie.
All these kids.
Yeah.
All these kids. Oh, I'm sorry. All these people who have embraced Kanye and still worked with him, even though we all knew he was crazy before he said something against the Jews, are now coming out and backing away from him. They've enabled him all along. He has this Donda Sports Company. He works with top shelf professional athletes. Aaron Donald, star player for the LA Rams, had to say, listen, I'm stepping back from Donda Sports. I'm cutting all ties.
Oh, wait a sec. Hold on. But we're getting word right now that Kanye has just walked into a Chinese factory with 8-year-olds. He's trying to work a direct deal with them.
Is it for Crocs?
No, he's got to go to some Chinese factory where they got child labor going on and have them make his Yeezys.
Oh.
He's going to have to go right to the source. So the latest on the crazy Kanye West situation. You got the MJ Morning Show on Q105. I got some bad Thanksgiving news. I want to know, is this hype regarding...
Is it about... Okay.
Well, we talked about like butter going through the roof and then butter being scarce, and that's kind of hit or miss.
Right. But there's a big one that's scarce, supposedly.
There's a big potential Thanksgiving impact. Oh, and this is interesting. Bartenders that claim if they're rude to the customer, that they actually sell more? Bartenders that are like bullies. What? Yeah, this is crazy. Bartenders claim that if you bully the customer to a certain extent, that you actually can make more money on their check. Just kind of I'll give you the psychology in just a minute, so hang on. Ladies and gentlemen, the MJ Morning Show returns in moments. Another long chunk of the show is next. Stand by here on Q. folks. My name is MJ. I got Fester, Roxanne, Froggy. You got the MJ Morning Show. Yeah, I did see that. We got a lot to do. We got another long chunk of the MJ Morning Show starts right now. Powerball last night, there was no winner for the, $700 million jackpot. So no Powerball winner. The next drawing is going to be worth an estimated $800 million, and I'm sure it'll be a little bit above that when it's all said and done, because, when you get to these numbers, people that don't typically play start playing. I played yesterday. I haven't checked my tickets yet, but we know there was no grand prize winner. I dropped $30 yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I did.
What a rube.
Well, I did, but I haven't played, Powerball since, or Mega Millions. Remember they had the 1-point-something billion dollar jackpot?
Yeah.
And the winners finally came forward, months later. They came forward, and I think that was Illinois. And in Illinois, you do not have to be identified. I mean, complete anonymity. So and if you ever win one of these lotteries and you're in a state where you can remain completely anonymous and nobody will ever know, and you want people to know your name that you won, you're an idiot. You're a total moron if that's the case. Here in Florida, you can remain on any prize in a lottery here in Florida. So whether it's the Florida State Lottery, whether it's Mega Millions or any of the other, or Powerball, that's controlled by the Florida Lottery. In Florida, any jackpot, $250,000 or higher, you can remain anonymous. But it's for 60 or 90 days or something.
3 months.
Is it 90 days?
Yeah, 90 days.
I mean, big whoop, 90 days? Really?
That's just enough time for me to get out of town.
And the theory there is it all comes down to sunshine laws, that they put the public interest of having sunshine and knowing what's going on, having actual transparency over the fact that the winner would like to have some privacy.
All right, so check these numbers out from yesterday.
Yeah.
36, 46, and 56.
The numbers were 19, 36, 37, 46, 56, and the Powerball was 24.
But 3 numbers ending in a 6?
36, 46, 56, and consecutive as far as 30s, 40s, 50s. So
Right.
36, 46, 56.
Numbers of the devil.
No, they're not.
They all end in 6.
Okay, so 6, 6. All right. Hey, are you growling over there?
On Halloween week.
Lottery of the devil.
It's not quite Halloween week yet.
Not yet.
Halloween's on Monday. The new week starts on Sunday.
Yeah, but it's within the 7 days. If it's within the 7 days, it's Halloween week.
So nobody won Powerball last night. The jackpot's going to be at least $800 million. The next drawing is what? Saturday night, or is it Friday night? What is it? I can't keep track.
Friday?
Wednesday. Yesterday was Wednesday, so
It's
Saturday.
Monday, Wednesday.
Yeah, yesterday was Wednesday, so it's Saturday.
It's Saturday night. All right, so the next Powerball is going to be Saturday night, and it's going to be in excess of $800 million. So I dropped 30. I haven't played in a long time. I got 10 tickets. So 10 tickets times 2 is 20. But then I took the multiplier deal, the Powerball multiple. I don't even know what it's called, but it's recommended you do that. So that added another $10 to my tab. So I pissed away $30 yesterday.
Yeah. What a loser.
Yeah, somebody from St. Pete played the double play and won $10 million.
Yeah. No, but, I didn't do double play though.
Oh.
So I didn't do double play. I just did the Powerball. But Fester just brought the story up. It's funny you bring this.
How many different ways are there to win Powerball?
I don't know.
I'm really not that well versed, apparently.
Now, here's an item that just broke yesterday. St. Pete woman's trip to 7-Eleven won her $10 million from a Powerball ticket.
Good for her.
What are the details here? Florida Lottery announced that Laura Barnes, 55, of St. Petersburg, claimed her prize from the Powerball double play draw at lottery headquarters in Tallahassee. Her winning ticket matched all 5 white balls and the Powerball number from the double play drawing held on July 6th.
Wow.
So this is like one of these like after bonus games, and she won $10 million.
We need a degenerate gambler to explain all these different Powerball winners.
Seriously.
All right, if you're a degenerate,
Niches.
gambler, call us at 800-990-1047. I need a tutorial. I don't even know what the hell I've in my pocket. Yeah, Andrew.
No, we had a caller a couple of months ago who gave us tips on scratch-off tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was that? What was the tip on that? There was what was the story? Do you remember what the takeaway was?
I don't remember.
Andrew, hello, Andrew.
I'd have to look back and find it.
I don't remember what the takeaway was.
Get on it, Andrew.
Yeah. All right.
Fester.
So I mentioned a few. We'll talk about the Bucks in a minute, and the expectation is that the Bucks are going to get beaten by the Ravens tonight. At least all the people that I know that know anything about sports are saying that the Ravens are going to beat the Bucks tonight.
The Ravens look much better than the Buccaneers.
All right, hold on to that thought. Just hang on to that thought. We'll get to that here in a minute. Oh, and you hear about Gronk back in the picture? Hang on a minute. Gronk's name being tossed about. We'll explain why in a minute. Hold on. But first, I mentioned Thanksgiving. And they're already preparing us for turkey shortages and higher prices. Great. So we're hearing that turkey prices are going to be up. The cost of feed has gone through the roof. So feed is up apparently 20-30%. Prices from the turkey farmers are being raised. Small family farms that raise sort of those small production, organic, non-humongous processed plant birds. A lot of the small places are already sold out, that they have no more birds available.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Is there someone trying to ruin Thanksgiving? I mean, like turkey shortages.
The Thanksgiving Scrooge.
Yes,
for
real.
The North Koreans.
Yeah, I think so.
It's Kim Jong-un who's trying to ruin Thanksgiving.
Butter. I mean, you can't
I'm sorry. It's Vladimir Putin.
Yes.
Vladimir Putin
I don't doubt it.
is trying to ruin Thanksgiving for us.
We need to like those old mafia guys used to do, back up a truck and just give out turkeys. Hey, it's for the neighborhood, for the family.
Like backing up the trunk and opening up with cigarettes for everyone at like the side entrance of the factory.
You remember like Al Capone would give away turkeys?
Yeah, Al Capone would buy like a truckload of turkeys and just give them to the whole town.
No, but Roxanne is right in the sense that we've talked about butter.
Yeah, butter. I mean, think about all the Thanksgiving dishes that you prepare. They all require butter and cream.
Even real?
Wait a minute. Didn't we have cranberries a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yes.
Not that long ago.
What was the story with cranberries?
That the crop is down and the prices are high.
Pretty odd that it's all Thanksgiving Day foods.
Let's just cancel Thanksgiving, all right? I'll tell you what. Let's start a new tradition. Cotton candy. Thanksgiving is now cotton candy.
Oh, my God. That's a great idea.
What do you think?
Yes.
No turkeys, no stuffing. No cranberries, no yams.
How about no utensils and you just have to, like, you're bobbing for apples, just lean over the table and stick your face in it.
With the cotton candy, everybody's going to be so jacked up. Everybody likes to relax after.
Tryptophan. So what did you take a turkey leg.
It's the opposite.
Yeah. There's going to be like, that was great. That was great. Let's watch the football.
It's the opposite because with Thanksgiving dinner, first of all, just the amount of food, everyone gets weighted down because all the potatoes, the stuffing, I mean, everything. It's just the cornbread, everyone just gets, and then the tryptophan in the turkey, which makes you tired. So with cotton candy Thanksgiving, it's just the opposite. You're all jacked up on a sugar high.
That was great dinner. You guys are going to go throw the pigskin around.
So
what's the little foosball?
Instead of a little paper cone, you use a turkey leg around the cotton candy. So you have a turkey leg covered in cotton candy. You get the high, then you get the low.
It's like speedballing.
So you eat the cotton candy to get. What'd you say?
Roxanne's like, it's
Roxanne,
like.
you sounded really official.
She said it's like speedballing with such conviction.
Because I just read a River Phoenix story. That's why.
Of course, that's why.
What happened? Is it
River Phoenix?
Is it flooded?
All right.
I went down a rabbit hole of Matthew Perry's autobiography.
I've
he
got
talks
that
about River Phoenix.
I've got that in the pile.
Okay, good.
Okay, do you know? I'll tell you what. For $100 cash, tell me. Outside of what club, get your hands off the Google, hands in the air. Let me see your hands.
Viper Room.
Give her
it to me
$100
now.
bill.
Hold on. So, hold on.
No.
Stop. Everybody stop. Everybody
You
shut
don't
up.
know what he was going to say.
I didn't even finish.
Everybody.
I didn't finish.
You could have said, what club was the movie?
Are you going to reach into my pocket?
The Birdcage.
This isn't Jeopardy. He didn't ask the whole question.
What club did Scarface go to? I mean, it could have been anything.
I didn't even ask the question yet. I wasn't gonna ask which facility did River Phoenix have an OD and die on the sidewalk
That's
in front of.
exactly what you were going to ask.
No, you blurted. You're a blurter.
You're blurted.
I was not going to ask that. That's too easy.
You lost $100 because of the blurt.
You thought that I was going to ask what facility or what club, what business did River Phoenix collapse on the sidewalk in front of and die?
Yes, and you know what?
Well,
You're just being dishonest right now because you know you were going to ask that. I read your mind, and that's what you were going to ask.
You jumped the gun and blurted.
Tell her what you were going to say.
Hang on a minute. No, you blurted because everyone knows that, yes, he died on the sidewalk outside of the Viper Room.
$100
in Hollywood, but that wasn't what I was going to ask. I was going to ask, at what facility did River Phoenix eat at prior to going to the Viper Room?
Well, you said club, though.
They serve food at different clubs. We had a club sandwich.
The answer I was looking for was In-N-Out Burger.
Oh.
Yes.
Club sandwich would have been better.
I was looking for an In-N-Out Burger. I think he had one animal style.
I think you owe her $100.
Yeah, my blurting cost me $100 today, but you know what? You're being dishonest because that's what you were going to ask.
Liar.
I read your mind, and that's what you said in your head.
You're fibbing.
Roxanne is in my mind, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so what are we doing about Thanksgiving? I got to call Michelle.
None of this is real, MJ. I mean, come on, there's turkeys everywhere. I went to Aldi. They had a whole freezer case full of turkeys.
Yeah, I'm sure you get a high-quality turkey at Aldi.
Hey, watch it.
I'm sorry.
They're the Spirit Airlines of grocery stores.
Wait a minute. That is a good Aldi, the Spirit Airlines of grocery stores.
That should be the new tagline.
Listen, don't be so judgy.
Froggy, that's the funniest thing you've said this year.
This year? What? The year's almost over.
This year. That's the funniest damn thing you said this year. Aldi, the Spirit Airlines of grocery stores.
And Spirit Airlines is the Aldi of the air.
That's not quite as funny.
Damn it.
But I got to see what Michelle... Hang on. Let me call Michelle.
You guys don't even make food, do you? Don't you get it?
No, we don't.
I thought you got like a service. Like, doesn't your cook make
I don't have a cook.
Your chef.
I don't have a chef.
Yes, Your Grace.
Guys,
what would you like for Thanksgiving?
Look at my video. Hey, Michelle.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm having an argument. They're trying to make me some kind of elitist over here. I don't.
Yeah,
guys,
we're trying.
Look at my videos on Instagram. I'm stirring my own sauce last week. Do you know over 8,000 people have watched my stirring of the sauce for 7 seconds?
Yeah, but in the past, you and her have gotten service or something.
No, we have. Hey, Michelle, have we ever had a Thanksgiving service where they delivered our food or had chefs prepare it for us?
Not that I can recall.
No,
Never.
It must have happened. You would know.
Never. Hey, Michelle, what am I doing in the backyard on Thanksgiving?
Yeah, usually we're cooking it.
I'm frying the turkey in 100% peanut oil. I'm not skimping out on the 50-50 blend. I'm doing 100%, baby.
One year, did you go out you went somewhere to eat one year? I remember that.
Yeah, a long time ago. I
Right.
think we were up in New York City for one Thanksgiving, maybe 10, 12 years ago, and I think we had dinner at the Strip House or something.
Yeah.
See, I was right.
No, you weren't right.
Before we were into cooking dinner for ourselves. Now we're into cooking dinner for ourselves.
We've only gone out for Thanksgiving once or twice.
At a strip club? I mean,
no, it was a steakhouse called the Strip House. It wasn't a strip club.
Sounds good.
Let's have a steakhouse, real fancy schmancy. Call it the Strip House.
I fry the turkey. I do the Brussels sprouts. I do kick butt Brussels sprouts.
Who makes the biscuits?
Michelle makes the biscuits because Michelle is the
biscuit bitch.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
I think that name is degrading to Michelle.
Hey, Michelle made it. Michelle called herself that. All
It
right.
was funny at once, but now it's insulting.
Gotcha. All right. So no, hey, but Michelle, the story is that Thanksgiving turkeys might be in short supply and prices are going up. So we're reading that some of the smaller farms for some of the lower production, higher quality organic birds, like the free range or whatever they call them, the better quality birds, that a lot of the places are sold out.
Uh-oh.
Have we decided what we want to do for Thanksgiving?
No, I haven't talked to Julian about it yet.
That's right. Guys.
He's deciding?
Guys, this is going to be a first. Michelle, are you sad about this?
I'm a little sad.
This is a first. First time in...
You going to cry?
First time in 21 years.
Oh, that is sad.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah, of
What
course.
is it?
Chloe's not going to have Thanksgiving with you guys.
Yep. Chloe is at St. Andrews doing her junior year in Scotland, and they don't get off for Thanksgiving. Folks are like, hey, yes, Chloe coming home for Thanksgiving. They don't have Thanksgiving in Scotland.
We don't believe in Thanksgiving in Scotland.
They don't have pilgrims. They fled that joint.
Be thankful you didn't get scurvy.
What are they, pirates?
So Chloe's
I
got...
don't know.
What the hell?
I don't know.
Yes.
Scurvy?
The pilgrims weren't pirates.
Let's give the American girl a day off of her fake holiday.
All right, so...
What the hell you say?
I don't know. I can't do a Scottish accent.
Yeah. All right.
We don't wear buckles on our hats.
So Chloe does not get off. I mean, she's got normal classes during Thanksgiving week, so Chloe's not coming home. This will be the first time in 21 years that Chloe has not been with us for Thanksgiving.
So what are we going to do? We're going to pretend like Julian is an only child.
That's
and we're
weird.
going to allow him to dictate.
I thought we'd have Chloe on the iPad or something, do like a FaceTime or a WhatsApp or something.
No, that might upset her. I don't want to do that.
All right. All right. So, hey, Michelle, you better, if you want to do, turkey.
I'll speak with your son today.
I see what he wants to do.
Okay.
Or you want to go out to dinner this year.
What?
Yeah, that's good. I recommend that.
Yeah.
We'll go to the Romano's Macaroni Grill in Countryside that closed 10 years ago that Roxanne thinks she was at last week.
Listen, Roxanne, I recommend that.
Yes.
I recommend Meat Market.
I recommend you
That's
go
what we did for Thanksgiving last year. It
I
was
recommend
awesome.
you go out.
All right, Michelle. I'll talk to you in a bit, all right?
We're really busy, but I can get you the table next to the bathroom.
There's no turkey market.
Bye. I guess she hung up.
Turkey is meat, and we sell it at the meat market. At Thanksgiving only.
So heads up, apparently turkeys might be in short supply, and the prices are going through the roof.
Dude, I'm going to buy my turkey this year from Popeyes, man. Popeyes fried chicken always does deep fried turkeys.
Really?
I heard it's like one of the best turkeys you can get.
That's what I do. I do a deep fried turkey.
Yeah, but
and
it's not as good as Popeyes.
I mean, yeah, would you wear an orange hat and smock?
love that turkey from Popeyes. Is that their new jingle?
That's how they do it.
I gotta get the PDQ guys on the stick. I think because they do the turkey. They do it seasonally now.
Absolutely, the turkey sandwich.
The crispy turkey sandwich. So I'm sure that's coming back. All right, I mentioned Gronk. So what's going on with Gronk? Is Gronk coming back to the Bucks? They could probably use him tonight. Because, folks, I don't think it's looking good. If I were a betting man, if I were a degenerate gambler, which apparently Roxanne knows a whole bunch of them, I would be putting money on the Ravens tonight, and a lot of it is the Brady Bunchen situation.
Here's the story of a man named Brady who was busy playing football with his team. He was old at 45 with lots of it seems.
45 years old, man. There's a lot of shit going on.
Here's the story of a lovely lady who is busy with kids and a big home. And when he unretired, she was all alone.
Here it comes, folks.
So the one day when the lady told this fellow that she sat down with her lawyers at a luncheon, and he knew that he was now in trouble. That's the way that they became the Brady Bunchen.
Luncheon.
The Brady Bunchen. The Brady Bunchen.
Best rhyme of all time.
That's the way they became the Brady Bunchen.
There we go. Luncheon Bunchen, man. It does not get better than that. So what's the Gronk situation?
Is there a situation?
Well, Warren Moon is a famous football player. Warren Moon is trying to make it a situation.
Who?
Warren Moon.
He hasn't played in 20 years.
Warren Moon is saying that if Rob Gronkowski came back, he could save the Buccaneers.
Oh, he's starting a rumor.
Here.
Gronk, stay tired. Gronk, like, retire.
Since when the hell do we go to Warren Moon as an authority from 20 years
He's
ago?
an authority on Chunk and Gronk.
Gronk! What does he know? He made
Gronk,
up cheese.
Gronk. All right, so here's what Warren Moon has to say.
I really think that he misses Rob Gronkowski, who has been a security blanket for him for so long. Whenever there's a key play that needs to be made, especially down in the red zone or whatever, and they had a tough time scoring in the red zone last week, that's the guy he would usually go to, Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah, I agree with that. Gronkowski, I mean, more than just on the football field, just like his comfort animal, you know?
Can we get a quote from Vinny Testaverde next?
Yeah, what does he think?
Hey, guys, don't make fun of Warren Moon. First of all, Warren Moon is making a very salient and cogent point here.
I think they could. He's one of those guys that, first of all, he's very talented. And then he has an infectious personality that kind of would just maybe loosen everybody up a little bit. He'd come in and let guys have some fun. He'd also give them a boost of confidence that they know what he's capable of doing when he's on the field. So I think that would help. But I'm not sure if Gronk wants to play any more football. It looks like he's going down the TV and movie path and seems to be very happy doing that. But that's just something that I see that's missing that they've had the last couple of years that they don't have right now.
Warren Moon is saying get Gronk back and the Bucs will start winning. And I'm telling you, he said that Gronk was a security blanket for Tom Brady.
I just said that.
No.
He said it too?
Yes, I got the quote here.
Roxanne said it first.
Roxanne and Warren
listen to this.
I actually called him a comfort animal.
You didn't say security.
I said comfort
you
animal.
said comfort animal.
Me and Warren's minds are connected because his last name's Moon.
Warren Moon said he's been a security blanket for Brady for so long, and that if Gronk, you think Brady has called Gronk? You think Thomas said, "Dude, can you help me out here? Come on, I can't go out like this. Come on, Gronk, come on, just unretire. I just need you for 10 games. Come on." We're already into the season. Just give me 10 games. Come on.
I got a football question.
Yes.
Of course, I'm a big football fan, so I know the answer. I just want to see if you guys do.
Okay, yeah.
Do the Bucs still have a chance to even go to the playoffs this
Yeah,
year?
they absolutely do.
Well, the deal is
they
that
don't look good.
they're in like the suckiest division.
Yeah.
Right.
So there is a chance. But
What happens is if they win their division, which right now they're favored to win their division, they will host a playoff game. So we'll have a playoff game in Tampa if they win it. Froggy.
Gronk not interested.
So Gronk, we can't talk you into coming back to help Tom Brady out.
No talk, Gronk. Work.
What do you think of my Brady Bunchen song?
Me like pagan.
What's your favorite line in the song?
Lunch on. I like lunch on.
If Rob Gronkowski came here and kicked you in the junk.
What is this thing in front of me?
Don't eat the microphone.
Gronk, are you putting your...
Is this food?
Are you putting them... I can't see you because...
It's a metal microphone.
I can't see Froggy because this studio has zero line of sight. I feel like we're like blind in this place.
Gronk thought this hot dog.
All right. Roxanne, a few minutes ago, you mentioned Matthew Perry.
Yes.
Very insightful because I do have the Matthew Perry curiosities in front of me. And I was trying to figure out, why the hell am I seeing all of these Matthew Perry stories? Wherever I look, it's Matthew Perry. If you just look at me during the different seasons of Friends, depending on what you see, you'll find out what drug I was on.
What his body looked like. If you look at what his body looked like during those times.
Pretty true.
Yeah.
So have you been sucked into these stories?
I have been sucked into the Matthew Perry stories. I like him. He's endearing to me. So
Yeah.
I've always liked him.
He's
And now
Chandler.
that I'm reading about him, it's very interesting.
Roxanne has a soft spot for all these old addicts.
The deal is, so why... who else?
I mean, yeah, but she's like, oh, he's endearing to me. No, he's
as an
not.
actor.
He's the luckiest bastard alive that he's not dead.
Of course. But I'm just saying.
The reason why all of these Matthew Perry stories are flying all over the place, headlines like Matthew Perry, how to tell which drugs I used during Friends, and headlines like 55 Vicodin and a quart of vodka. The most shocking tales from Matthew Perry's tell-all memoir, and that's it.
What?
He's got a book coming out, like I think next week.
Mhm.
Is it like
I wanna read it.
like Tuesday, right?
I think so.
Comes out on, let's see, November 1st. So, yeah, that's it's the day after Halloween. It's November 1st, next Tuesday. He's got a book, Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing. It's the Matthew Perry memoir. And again, he's got like a whole guide. It's how to tell what he was on during Friends. He says when he's carrying weight and he's fat, he was boozing it up.
Alcohol.
He was drinking booze like a fish.
Yeah.
So,
all right, fish don't drink. They live under the water as possible.
When you want to hear something funny?
Oh, God.
Oh, yes.
You want to hear something hysterical?
What is it?
So my mom was watching some of my underwater videos from my GoPro when I went to Red Sea. I went to Egypt. I scuba dived Red Sea back in March. And then I took Julian to the Maldives, and we scuba dived the Maldives back in June. And my mom is watching the videos, and I've got a whole bunch of underwater video, whale sharks, regular sharks. And I've got this great picture of a moray eel all kind of jammed into a reef. And the moray eel, they always do this. They look at you and they give you like the evil eye when a scuba, and they do the open mouth thing.
It's like a taunting you, sort of like their defense mechanism.
Yeah,
ready to kill you.
And the moray eels, they open their mouths and they go. And if you're watching MJTV, you saw my actual physical impersonation of a moray eel.
Right.
So my mom says to me, "Hey, Todd, the moray eel is opening his mouth. How does he not drown?"
Mom.
It's an undersea creature, Mom.
So is this a story more about the elegance and beauty of the moray eel or the stupidity of your mother?
No.
Don't call my mother stupid.
Watch your mouth.
Come on.
You kind of called her that
Come
without
on.
saying
Come
it.
on. No, I didn't. It was just a funny story.
I love Ma.
You got to call my mom stupid. What's the matter with you?
You're the one.
Now it's nice to know that you think elegance and beauty is defined by an eel with its mouth open.
Oh.
Matthew Perry says if he was carrying weight, he was on alcohol. He says that if he's skinny, if it's skinny Matthew Perry on Friends.
Let me guess.
That
pills?
Yep. Yes. He says if he's skinny, he was all pilled up.
Well,
Of course.
This is suddenly a good guessing game for Froggy. What
The
other
last
size?
couple seasons, he was so thin.
And then he says when he has a goatee,
Coke?
a lot of pills.
Oh, really? Because he just didn't feel like shaving.
Skinny pills, but when he had the goatee, a lot of pills.
I don't have time to shave. I just got to take pills every second.
He said, listen to this. Matthew Perry is 53 now, shares by the end of the third season of the hit series on NBC, Friends, where he played Chandler Bing, that he was trying to obtain 55 Vicodin a day. Otherwise, he'd get sick. So he'd have like withdrawal of not having.
Oh, no.
Mhm.
Come on.
Yeah, that happens. I know. Yep, it happens.
He would take. How could you live taking 55 Vicodin a day?
The trick is if you don't, you die.
And how many doctors was he shopping?
Yeah.
I remember, remember Rush Limbaugh? Remember he had the painkiller issue?
Mhm.
That was a tackle box, El Rush Bow.
But there were some stories about Rush Limbaugh and the number of pills that he was buying and taking. I mean, I was amazed that the guy was able to function, and he was pulling off a radio show every day.
Well, your body just gets a tolerance to all that, and
He
it needs it.
Took so many, he lost his hearing.
Yeah.
No, that's the speculation, because with some of the painkiller abuse, you can lose your hearing.
I just said that, and you didn't hear me, MJ. So what does that say about you?
What?
No, I heard you say it.
Okay.
Not sure.
And then Froggy said it again. And then also Matthew Perry claims that he made out with Valerie Bertinelli while Eddie Van Halen was passed out.
That's the time. That's the time to do it, man.
Chandler.
Well, guess what? He can really do it with Valerie Bertinelli now.
Valerie.
Eddie Van Halen is totally passed out.
And he said he dumped Julia Roberts, and he says like the look on her face was just priceless. Like she couldn't believe that it was happening to her.
Some of the excerpts, he says, I fell madly in love with Valerie Bertinelli, who is clearly in a troubled marriage. My crush was crushing. Not only was she way out of my league, but she was also married to one of the most famous rock stars on the planet, Eddie Van Halen. Man, I mean, it sounds like this memoir's got some good crap in it. Yeah, the fact is, you can't release, like, you got to have good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or else, these days we're so desensitized that you kind of have to really smack people over the head with like, oh my God.
Outrageousness.
You know? And apparently there's some good, I hope, are they telling all the good stories? Is there any other good meat in this book?
Yeah, I hope so.
We'll see. When we get back, the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show. I got a whole pile of things we got to deal with here. Oh, rainbow fentanyl and Halloween candy. All right. Is this really a thing? Because it's like a tug of war. Because on one hand you hear this, on the other hand you hear that. Hang on. We got to get to the bottom of the whole rainbow fentanyl, and should there be a concern with Halloween? We'll get to that next on the MJ Morning Show. Oh, plus a whole lot more. Stand by. Oh, I never got to the bartenders treating people like crap. So we'll get to that. Hang on. We have a lot of stuff in the final segment in minutes here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Now, it is October. Today, let's come up with some more hot tips for the TMZ tip line, okay? Before you think of a good hot tip. Where's Roxanne? Roxanne's floating around the building somewhere.
She's a busy person. She's thinking a hot tip.
So, Roxanne, if you can hear us wherever you are, think of a hot tip. All right, so if you don't know the story, TMZ got duped. Somebody called TMZ yesterday, I guess claimed to be a representative for Jerry Lee Lewis and said that he had died. So TMZ puts out this big splash, Jerry Lee Lewis dead at 87.
Gracious, great balls of fire.
And of course, Jerry Lee Lewis, great balls of fire. Obviously it's sort of on the top of people's minds because of... that famous scene inside the bar with the famous piano scene and Great Balls of Fire.
Did they do it in the new movie too?
Yes.
Cheesy.
Yeah, Tom Cruise is all dejected outside the bar and he's looking in and Great Balls of Fire's going on. Absolutely. So, I mean, it's somewhat relevant. And then someone called up TMZ. They said, yeah, I'm a representative for Jerry Lee Lewis and yeah, he's dead, 87, died in Memphis. And they went with the story. They've got breaking news, and it was false. And then other places started quoting TMZ.
I mean, if they put it out, it's pretty reliable.
Usually TMZ doesn't make a mistake, but clearly something fell through the cracks, and the verification process failed. I don't know. How do you verify? I mean,
Yep.
Yeah, we got Jerry Lee Lewis's nursing home's phone number. I don't know.
I mean, even if you gave a number, they would call that number back and you would just verify that.
But Jerry Lee Lewis is alive, 87 years old, still, I think, in bed with his 13-year-old cousin. She doesn't look a day over 83 these days.
You guys know what the backstory on that song, Great Balls of Fire?
I have no idea. What are you going to make up?
It's about a venereal disease.
No, it's not.
That's what I read.
No, you didn't. So we earlier today, if you missed it, we called the TMZ 800 line. They have a tip line, and we left all kinds of erroneous tips. So we'll see if they're going to publish those. Oh, wow, they did. Oh, look at the site right now. Kanye West got sucked into his jet engine and pulverized. Wow. Look, it's their top story right now.
That's wishful thinking.
Anything about Will Ferrell and a wood chipper?
Oh, that's right. Froggy had Will Ferrell and a wood chipper. All right. So, Roxanne, you just came in the studio. Before we shut things down, we're all going to do one more round.
Oh, I got one.
Of you got one? Yep. We're all going to do one more erroneous round of tips to TMZ to see if they publish the story later on. All right. A couple of things before we get out of here. The fentanyl story. We got to deal with this thing. Is this the final word? USA Today had a story yesterday, screaming headline, fentanyl, rainbow, Halloween, is this a concern? So they're asking the rainbow fentanyl being passed out on Halloween, why experts say that's absolutely ludicrous.
Let's hope.
Well, I just got a text from someone who said, I have knowledge on fentanyl, and no one that buys drugs that expensive is going to give them away for free.
And that's the point. So, USA Today, the emergence of rainbow-colored fentanyl has caused a panic that the drug is targeting children ahead of Halloween, but experts largely call the panic overblown, saying parents shouldn't worry about their kids getting rainbow fentanyl while trick-or-treating. There has always been a fear of Halloween candy being poisoned, but there is little evidence of it happening. I mentioned, a month ago or maybe 3 weeks ago that I saw a story that going back to the 1950s, some researchers at some university did like an archival search of media. They could not find one instance of a kid being poisoned with Halloween trick-or-treating candy since like the 1950s.
Not once?
Zero. Couldn't find anything.
Just give me my candy.
How about a blade in the apple? Ever?
USA Today, experts are saying that any fear or concern of your kids getting poisoned with rainbow fentanyl is, quote, absolutely ludicrous. That's a quote.
Okay, but there are instances of kids eating drugs that are like made for adults, like gummies.
Well,
that's what you have to be careful of.
The infused, the cannabis or the what do you call it? The THC gummies or whatever.
Who would give those away?
Listen, those have accidentally been like swept into like the candy giveaway bucket. That has happened. I believe
that's legit action.
But as far as people deliberately giving out rainbow fentanyl, that is just not a thing at all. But then, so we have this USA Today story where it says that it's absolutely ludicrous. The experts are saying this is not happening. It's not a pandemic or not an epidemic. This is not. And then I got a news release from the Attorney General here in Florida. Attorney General Ashley Moody is warning parents about the dangers of rainbow fentanyl ahead of Halloween.
She has to.
Law enforcement nationwide is seizing bright-colored fentanyl. By the way, again, folks, please, call it fentanyl, N-Y-L, fentanyl.
Doesn't matter.
Not
Your drug dealer gets really mad when you mispronounce it.
I don't like when people call it fentanyl. Like, it doesn't sound like Tylenol. It's fentanyl.
Doesn't matter. Just stay away from it no matter what.
Well, that's a good policy, too, Froggy.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah. But anyway, we get this whole presser and this whole press release from the Attorney General here in Florida, talking about law enforcement nationwide seizing bright-colored fentanyl that resembles candy. Some of these deadly drugs are being found in toy and candy boxes. But, again, this does not appear to be an issue. So we have a warning put out by the Attorney General here in Florida. Hey, just to the north of us, Georgia.
Yeah.
Up in Georgia, the GBI, the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, they say that brightly colored fentanyl pills have not been found in Georgia ahead of Halloween. I think this is like a little scare deal going on, and I just don't think this is something that people really need to be worried about. I'm guessing that in the day after Halloween or the days after Halloween, which is on Monday. Halloween is coming up on Monday, one of the suckiest days that you can possibly have Halloween on a Monday.
You're so mad about that.
I am. That ought to be against the law. All right, but I'm guessing that we will have zero cases of fentanyl poisonings of kids with Halloween candy. That's what I'm guessing. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
All right, bartenders, and this is one particular bartender by the name of Liv, and she says that light bullying toward customers helps increase the sales. So if you just kind of bully the customer a little bit, if they order, let's say, a lower price tequila, she says, oh, man, that makes my stomach hurt. And then she'll upsell them to a much more expensive tequila. I don't like tequila anyway. Any tequila makes my stomach hurt.
But you think about it, you make an order and they don't really comment back about it. But here, if you kind of challenge them on it, you get them to upsell themselves.
Well, the point is, she's saying that light bullying increases her sales and tips.
This is totally the opposite from the Olive Garden guy. He was getting bullied and he got pissed off.
The customer was, because the Olive Garden server, we had this story yesterday, this dude was all ticked off because the Olive Garden guy was trying to push alcohol on him at lunch. And he's like, no, sir, we're not drinking. And he would keep trying to push alcohol.
Come on, buddy, have a shot or two. You're at the OG. Come on, it's Friday.
All right.
See, I think the bullying, I picture like some hot bartender kind of like being, sassy to the guys that she's serving, bullying them. That's the kind of picture.
Come on, you fat ass. Have some more.
Kind of like the hard to get kind of thing?
Yeah.
I like it.
Hang on a minute.
TMZ,
yeah. I'm going to leave a new erroneous tip.
Sorry.
Hi. Thanks for calling the TMZ tip line. Please leave your contact information along with your tip after the beep. Thank you.
Is not available. Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Yeah, hi, this is Willis, as in, what you talking about, Willis? I got a hot tip for you. Gary Coleman has died. All right, Gary Coleman is dead. You might want to go with this right away. Gary Coleman from Different Strokes has passed away. I'm giving it to you first, folks. This is going to be a TMZ exclusive, and it's Willis, as in, what you talking about, Willis? All right, so TMZ, you're my favorite. Love you, man. TMZ.com.
Wait, I have an announcement.
Hold on a sec. Wait a minute.
I'm the representative of Stevie Wonder. My name is Scab McFarland, and Stevie has fell down a elevator shaft. He's dead.
Would the door open up and he couldn't?
He didn't know. He just splat. Once again, this is Scab McFarland, representative of Stevie Wonder.
Are you his manager?
Yes, manager and close friend.
Gotcha. Any other tips?
This is Julia. I'm a publicist for Brad Pitt.
Hang on a sec. TMZ.
no. Yes.
TMZ. Let me turn it over to Brad Pitt's publicist. What's your name?
Julia.
Julia.
And
yeah.
this is very tragic, but it's very ironic also. He inhaled peach pit and he has perished. And Brad Pitt is no longer with
Brad
us.
Pitt is inhaled.
Or maybe it was a pear.
Hold on.
Pear seed that he inhaled and he has peached.
Brad Pitt died by ingesting a pit.
Peach pit.
Yes.
A pit killed Pitt.
Fester,
And Dwayne The Rock Johnson got killed by an actual rock. It's an avalanche.
So the Rock was killed in a rock avalanche?
Yes, it's terrible news.
All right, breaking news, TMZ. Fester, do you have one last one here?
I don't have anything better than Stevie Wonder fell down an elevator shaft.
Oh, my God. All right. Bye. Bye. Hey, TMZ, say hi to Harvey Levin for me, okay? I'm a lawyer. All right. All right.